This podcast is your boy.
Javari. Two-turn, baby girl, you know me.
And we are back. Shima, what's happening, y'all?
The fucking deal.
Shit, nothing much.
Happy early birthday to my nigga Shima. You know what I'm
sir,
saying?
sir.
Cinco de Mayo is tomorrow. That is also the born. Yeah, exactly. That's the born day of this guy over here, man. So I want to be sending special shout outs to him. And if y'all see him in the streets today, man, make sure y'all holla at him.
I will be in the streets.
Yeah.
So
what's the hot topic of the week, man?
these fucking gorillas.
These gorillas.
Yeah. Well, the one.
One gorilla versus 100 men. 100 regular men. Stipulations. Everybody keeps they keep putting different rules and shit on it. I think what it was 100 unarmed men.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you could choose the 100 men or the style of men. Like I seen one nigga was like, let me get 10 Dwayne, The Rock, John. Let me get The Rock.
It's gotta be real though.
cannot
You
take a
can't get
light
10
skin
of one nigga.
There's about 10 niggas built like that.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
It's more than that. We
Yeah.
get 100 niggas like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they all.
But I don't think they gonna scrap. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's only
somebody-
option.
100 niggas with the balls to really step to a gorilla.
They gonna lose their balls.
They gon' right there.
like what do people think they're actually gonna do against the gorilla?
I've heard a lot of people saying like, yeah, we're not just gonna go single file line. We're all gonna.
Jump it.
Yeah, but it's just like 100 niggas aren't gonna be able to get on top of the gorilla. First of all,
Right.
Second of all, it's probably gonna be realistically 10 to 15 of y'all
Dead.
wiping you the fuck out.
Out.
Dead.
Oh God.
On arrival.
And it's like
Not even.
This little backhand move right here.
That's 10
he's
niggas.
bro,
That's 10 niggas right there.
Right there.
per sweep.
right there. And then
That's 10 niggas right there. And on top of that, like we haven't even put into like the emotional part of it. When another grown man hears another when another grown man hears another grown man do that, they gonna be like, oh fuck.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
They
I'm
be like,
done.
nigga, I'm not going over there.
I'm done.
Y'all will be go over there after his big ass.
He was bigger
Dwayne
than
Johnson,
me.
the nigga screaming.
He was bigger than me.
I gotta go.
Man, as soon as the first 10 niggas get clipped,
Wiped.
and I'm not even saying die, bro, but like
Just
people are thinking about the sheer strength of the gorilla.
they're
I get that.
overestimating themselves.
But them niggas also bite.
Yeah.
like,
And
okay,
they swing and jump and do all
you're
that
and
shit.
they'll
running,
grip.
charging at.
They can palm your fucking head and squeeze it and pop it like that. Like
Man, 10 niggas couldn't
they
do
got
nothing with
the-
a chimpanzee.
You're charging at the gorilla.
a full grown chimp can
Like-
do a lot.
And if the gorilla gets in
Like,
defense
and
mode,
if you're getting in arm's reach of the gorilla,
nigga, boom, and you're dead. He
It's
gonna
a
bounce
wrap.
you on the ground like a fucking basketball.
or he gonna break
and
every
kill
bone.
you. Just like that.
snap them shits.
Snap it.
And
Literally.
I'm like
With a
people.
pitch, man.
I'm like people who are like, oh well, you just got to get 10 people, 15 people who just not afraid. I'm like, listen,
No.
you got to think about this. A gorilla has no. They don't think like that. Like us, like how we like
Have empathy
we're over here
and all
like,
that
oh,
other
we're
shit.
scared. Like what? Like what if I
They're
die?
wild.
They
Yeah.
don't give a fuck. It's fight
They be screaming at.
or flight, nigga.
They be
And if
screaming
they
at
not flying,
shit bigger
nigga,
than them.
they fighting your ass. And when they killing shit and out there in the jungle, they tearing shit up for real.
A
Like
lot.
if they say a random
And they eat no
a
meat,
random
straight
a
plates.
random fucking little
Pure
chimp come into their territory, he gonna rip his he gonna bow slam on the ground, act like and that shit don't stay with
Phase 'em.
them.
When them
They
100
don't
niggas
stay
are
with
walking
them.
They
up,
don't think about it
They're not
tomorrow.
thinking about it like
when them
that.
100 niggas
They're not
roll
like,
up,
oh, I murdered.
But when you see a nigga get picked up by his ankle and what,
I'm thinking about that for the rest of my life.
you ain't never gonna forget what you just saw.
fam, when that
Damn.
nigga, like, when he knows it's time for war,
It's over.
and he bang the ground, these niggas walk on their knuckles.
All day.
He's gonna bang the ground.
Hit his chest. Couple of them.
Do a
And it's over.
barrel roll into your shit and it's over.
Yeah, he gonna see 100 niggas. He gonna be like, all right, I'm just gonna.
He gonna double
Because I be
fist into
seeing
your
them videos
shit.
of them gorillas in the zoo, nigga. They be playing around and doing tumbles and shit.
My
a
thing is
fucking gorilla tumble into me and
You hear the gorilla, like I seen a video of the two gorillas fighting, and it was like, oh my god, somebody do something.
What do you want the nigga to do?
What do you want me to do?
You want me to go in there and trank both of them?
You heard them hits. Them hits was hard as fuck. And Gorilla's skin, it's like a hide, nigga. That shit thick as fuck.
Yeah, because at the same time, the biggest threat to the gorilla from the human, what, a kick or a punch, he's not going to feel that shit. You have to grab the nigga's balls, but how you going to get there?
You seen the nigga, bro? Yeah, I don't think that's the last thing you want to do. For
bro.
Real. Grab a nigga balls?
Bro, the gorilla...
He liable to get stronger.
Have y'all ever seen the video of a little white girl?
You liable to see strength you ain't never seen from a gorilla before. He grabbed it, and then he rip your fucking neck off.
Have y'all ever seen the video of the little girl at the zoo that was beating her chest at the gorilla? Have y'all ever seen that shit? This motherfucking gorilla was like 20 yards away, and the little girl is beating on her chest at the gorilla like this. This nigga walks a little bit, like he walks like a human over there a little bit, puts his hands down on the ground, swings over there. Now, you niggas know how strong Zoo Glass is.
Like, he just swung at that bitch?
This nigga,
he
swung over there and boom!
Oh, yeah, I did see that. I did see that shit.
So if he does that shit one more time, that glass
that glass is done.
Yeah. If he
really thought about it, it was like,
if he would have saw the crack, looked back, and said, "Nigga."
The bang on the glass was letting you know.
All three of y'all come over here, hit
with.
That spot right there. Bow, it's over. We going crazy.
Yeah.
That was
100 men. That was 100 men a year.
100 men versus 3 gorillas.
What that was for. He swung over there to beat on the glass to let you know this.
Don't fuck with me.
This shit is not
that is a
hold
gorilla in captivity.
Yeah, he's like,
we're not talking about no motherfucking
wild
gorilla
who's trained,
who's with that.
Because them gorillas in the wild, they train, nigga.
Yeah, they just
bro, them niggas
they can't train in the zoo.
But plants.
Yeah, nothing but plant fiber.
Real vegetarians out here with no source of fat, none of that shit. Pure muscle. You shave a gorilla, the nigga is gonna look like
a swole human.
The 10 Dwayne The Rock Johnsons. Mm-hmm. They said on average, them niggas could probably like if we could really have a way to measure it, them motherfuckers could bench press 5,000 pounds.
See, that's when somebody who said that, it's like, how do you get that measurement? Who's putting the monkey on the bench press?
They're saying how strong them niggas is, like theoretically. That's
if you see how
it's an estimated guess,
big and strong. And they tested their strength.
Can we get a gorilla to lay down on them?
The nigga
how to do a bench. Yeah,
I don't think that's hard.
Yeah, because they do got human.
Gorillas be doing sign language.
If they can like really.
If a gorilla can do sign language,
you get a good.
But what fucking bench is heavy enough to put?
You make it.
Oh yeah, good point.
Go to the shit in what is that? Trinidad, Tobago. The fucking the gym on the beach.
Oh, get them niggas to put a boulder on a fucking swing.
Yeah.
He in there. I don't think we want to see that. I don't think we want to see that. Real talk. I think we want to keep it theoretical.
They should have said like.
I think we want to keep it theoretical.
Chip.
Because if a gorilla really get up there and
and
pull that bitch like it's nothing, now we really scared. Because now you really don't know. Now you really don't know the limitations.
Oh yeah, because he don't get stronger. He's a Hulk now.
Now he's gonna be like, he gonna be like, oh shit.
They're gonna have to. The starting weight is gonna have to be 2,000 pounds.
How strong can these gorillas get? And then it's gonna be a cascade effect. All of a sudden,
did y'all ever see the lady that gave the chimpanzee Prozac?
No, why was she doing that?
You know how people do shit. He ripped her fucking eyes out.
Oh, you talking about the one that was living with the people in the town?
Oh yeah, I seen that.
He ripped her eyes out.
Yeah. Yeah, that was, well, I mean,
nuts on her.
He was old.
That was a chimp.
He was old.
A baby chimp. No, it was a baby chimp.
Nah, I thought he was like
older.
He was an older chimp. He had been living with them for a hot minute because the whole town knew who he was.
Yeah.
And he learned how to drive, everything. You remember that?
No,
he was
nigga was driving.
He said one dude was on there. He was like, yeah, I remember like one day I was walking down the street and bro on the wheel driving.
He was cool until she did that thing.
Yeah, he was cool ass nigga.
Cool if we really keep it in the band though, they're the closest thing to a human.
Yeah.
I mean, monkeys are the closest thing to humans. They have eyes, noses, mouths, hands, thighs, feet, butt, balls, all that shit.
I guess.
Foreheads. They have all that shit.
They
literally are built.
They're everything we are, but like we're the smart version of them, so that's why we weak.
That's why they're the strong.
And they're the strong version because they don't have as much mental capacity as us.
They are your.
Damn.
They are your. They're the nigga in the classroom with the helmet on.
So that's what 50. They're what we would be if we didn't have no limitations. Like if we took the blue pill or whatever the fuck, and we just had no limitations, niggas would be gorillas.
The full grown man be 500 pounds, bro. Do people actually know how big that is?
500 pounds is crazy.
Yeah.
Because when a human carries 500 pounds, they look horrible.
Muscle. Like,
not
even
pure muscle.
Pure muscle is.
We've never seen a pure
who's
muscle.
a 500 pound
Never
pure
seen it.
muscle nigga? You never
Never
seen
The
seen
that.
that
closest
shit.
thing we're gonna get to it is them niggas in the NFL that play on the line.
Nah,
And they be like 3, 4.
Them Icelandic
And that's the
Viking
huge
niggas.
niggas.
No, them
350.
Icelandic Viking niggas be 6'5",
Listen, 350.
350 pounds. Them niggas,
They getting tossed though.
they big as shit.
They ass tossed.
And they be out there
My thing is
picking up
I don't think-
metal objects with no
I don't
numbers.
think human punch force,
Nah.
none of that is strong enough.
You're not doing it.
Who is grabbing the gorilla's
You're gonna have
arm?
to jump on his head. What you gonna do? He might jump back and fall on his back or some shit.
Listen,
That
all he
goes-
got
He's that athletic.
all he gotta do is-
they swing from shit.
all he gotta do is this and your
Oh my
kneecap
God.
dislocated.
I'm gone.
He dislocated your kneecap right
You really
there.
gonna hear
And
grown
you
men
screaming.
scream?
Yeah, you
Yeah, grown
screaming,
men
you
screaming,
crying
that
because you ain't getting back up. Because real talk, you're not that tough.
Somebody has
You
to.
dislocate a gorilla shoulder, he go, he'll get madder. He might
swing
He
with
might
that bitch.
swing.
Use it
he
as a
might
weapon.
still swing because he like, fuck it, I got to do this or die. It's not like that's not how we thinking. We think I'm hurt. Somebody come help me, please.
Please. Do not leave me out
Exactly.
here with
Please
this
don't
thing.
let this nigga kill me, and then you dead. While
Yeah.
he over there, he got a little injury. He fucking pop. He bite his finger. You break his finger, he gonna bite the bitch off. Now we got
And keep going.
And keep going. Who wants something next? Yeah, I'm good. I don't want nothing to do with no gorilla. If y'all niggas got a plan,
I would
leave
go
me
at
the
the
fuck out of
100th,
it.
nigga.
Please.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
want to
number
be in that.
99.
I would
I'm
be
giving
the
you
I would be
number
the
100.
100th nigga, and I'm gonna come and bring that nigga some food for everything.
Facts,
Who
nigga.
wanna be in
I'm
that?
gonna be the
Precious
nigga.
fruit
I'm gonna be
and
the nigga with the
vegetables this nigga
banana in
ever
his
tasted.
pocket.
Oh.
Hey man, come on, man. You
Bruh.
thought I was gonna be like them? Nah,
See,
man.
and that's the thing too.
I'm the final boss. They sent me here to give you the treat at the end.
I had posted some dude talking, and he was like, "Yeah, I feel like black people got this shit on lock with the 100 men versus the gorilla shit.
They know because he had. Oh yeah, he was like, yeah. I think black people know that we not doing that.
We not. Yeah,
He was like white people. He's like white people have.
They
a different-
overestimate.
We have
their
a different system. Like black people are 100% from the fucking three. From
when it comes to
like,
danger and necessity.
yeah, when it
shit.
comes to like, I don't
Bad
know.
situation.
I don't know if we could do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We shoot 99 every time from that. I don't really think that's a smart idea. You know what I'm saying? Why people be like, well, shit, well, not me because I'm not scared of anything, and I'll just go out there and fucking. And you're like,
Okay, buddy.
okay, go out there. That don't mean you're
Have
not
fun.
gonna die just because you think you might
Yeah,
not
just
die.
because you think you invincible.
See, at least we know. Nigga, I'm probably gonna die. Let's be real.
Man,
I'm
the
cooked.
gorilla gonna see me shitting on myself,
Yeah.
and,
Ryan.
and he gonna be like,
He gonna feel
"Oh
bad for
yeah,
him.
I'm not even fucking with you, bro.
No.
You know, clearly you don't want to fuck with me."
And gorillas throw shit.
Yeah.
Like he
Throw
would
their
throw
own
some
shit.
shit at you, disorientate you.
He'll shit in his hand and he'll throw that bitch like a rocket launcher in. Hit you right in your face, nigga. You done. You ain't even get hit.
With a fist
it didn't
or
even
nothing.
hurt, nigga. But you got shit in your eyes and your mouth and you don't know what to do. So you like, oh Jesus Christ, I need help.
That nigga threw a
You
bread
ain't-
to
you don't
your
know what to
ass.
do
The
after
biggest
that.
bread he could.
Yeah.
And then could
Niggas
you imagine,
get
like,
slapped
speaking
in
of
half.
gorillas, like, if you really talk, like, imagine trying to, like, teach a gorilla to play football.
No, I don't.
Why?
Send that nigga out wide or something. He can't do no running
Let
back.
him be.
or nothing like that.
Why?
But it's clear what's gonna happen. He don't even
do nothing.
He don't even need an O line.
Yeah, that's
He
what's
was
up.
just be dragging them niggas.
On all fours.
Facts.
Yeah, bro. He don't even need O line. They can only play receiver.
You can't put him on defense.
He fucked the
Quarterback
whole
is
game up.
dead.
You can put him on
Everybody's
offensive line.
You throw a D ball, he will get down there hella fast.
Your
Yeah.
gorilla.
He's not going for the ball.
no, he's
ever.
going for you.
Yeah, your gorilla.
I'm
is
about
the-
to
your
snap
gorilla
you in
should
half.
just
This
be-
NFL
He'll kill a
blitz.
nigga, though. He'll
Your
kill a
gorilla
nigga.
is-
This NFL blitz
You have
now.
to start paying
Gorilla-
niggas.
your
You have to
gorilla-
start paying niggas like $1 billion a year to get out there.
All you need to do is make your gorilla your center. Teach him how to be a center.
He blocked everybody.
Nigga.
Because he just throw like he was
Your
Wingspan
run, your
is
run
8
game.
feet.
Your run
Height,
game.
Huh.
Your run
Wingspan
game.
is 8 feet,
Your
bro.
run game is
He's
unstoppable.
just walking with you.
He creating that hole every
He's
time.
he would have to be the only O lineman.
And who gonna stop him?
Could you imagine him playing basketball?
Aaron Donald.
He'd be the first
Aaron
nigga.
Donald.
I
to
think
the
Aaron
first one.
Donald might
Aaron Donald the
try
first
him.
nigga to die.
Aaron Donald.
He gonna be the first nigga.
I wonder what his
He really
thinking
might.
is on this 100 man versus
Aaron
gorilla
Donald,
shit.
my fault.
Aaron
No,
Donald. Yeah, I
Uh,
feel like that
Aaron
nigga
Donald
think he might be
a
able
chill
to.
ass nigga, bro.
He gonna get.
I feel like
Outside
that.
of like working out and playing football,
That's what I'm
he
talking
seems
about.
Like he's a chill ass nigga. I don't think he fuck with
I'm
you.
talking about working out. I think he's stronger than a gorilla.
Nah, ain't no damn way.
not him.
I saw niggas saying like, "Oh,
he like one of the more level football.
We gonna need like 100 Sam Darnold type niggas to go out there and do it." I'm like, real talk. Even them niggas ain't built like that. You not taking Aaron Donald is not taking a full
The baby chimps
punch.
is 250. They're 250 pounds.
A baby chimp is
So
disintegrating
that's,
a regular size nigga.
The baby chimp is Ray Lewis.
I don't want to fight Ray Lewis.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Ray Lewis or the fucking gorilla?
The baby chimp is
neither.
Is 25-year-old LeBron.
They're the same. They're the same in my eyes.
Chimpanzee is demolishing any type of man. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah, nothing,
You're not
nothing.
winning that.
Scared of
Their
shit.
grip strength so
niggas.
strong.
And then, so I say he might
out.
get tired, a little sleepy around 70, but he got enough strength to hold niggas off because they punches not gonna hurt. He just tired from killing
whooping
you.
ass.
I didn't kill you niggas.
Now
back
it's
to back to
just
back
the
to back.
rest of the niggas
He might be getting more efficient as
with the killing.
With the killing, he might be like, damn it, all it took is for me to backhand that last nigga. I broke his neck. So I'm okay. Well, these niggas are fragile. All I got to do is
Now he learning on the
yeah.
fly.
Now he learning. So it's like they smart. It's not that like they stupid. So now you got 100 niggas giving him 100 new lessons. He like, damn, okay. Just got to stand here. These niggas gonna come at me. They barehanded. I'm cool. I'm finna smack the shit out the next nigga that show up. Your neck go all the way around. Derek! Derek, no! Oh my God! My best friend killed that nigga. He gone. And
The only thing that can defeat that nigga is the AK.
You need a gun.
Because he might take a couple.
That's the only reason why we
are
are to where we are is because of them
Weapons.
weapons, nigga. If we didn't have no weapons, we'd be fodder still. Still, that's the only reason we as big as we is now. Yep. If we didn't create all them fucking weapons, them animals would have been taking us the fuck out. Wouldn't have been no civilizations where niggas could build cities and shit.
Just
nigga.
Well, truthfully, if they do their power though, like
in India, they still getting took.
Yeah, it's leopards. That butt fucking animals.
It's leopards still taking niggas out the village.
But they be living with them niggas though.
With all the monkeys
the
and
cows,
all of that
they
shit.
let them niggas run free in India.
I seen them videos of that leopard running up and down them street. I was like, all right.
I don't understand how a whole country. I don't understand how a whole country says that the cow is sacred, and you just be seeing everybody else just be killing them niggas.
In your country, you control what you can control. I can see they minding their fucking business. Okay, y'all want to do that? That's cool. But over here, we're not doing that. That's cool. At least they know. I feel like we should take a beat from that. You know what I'm saying? Because America put their hands in every fucking body business, and that's why the fuck we be out at wars fighting for no damn reason.
Oh, you saying that?
Like India be like, oh, y'all niggas eating burgers and shit.
Oh, you seen what them niggas
be
doing over there?
Yeah,
they be throwing fire. The goose first, and they be throwing fire sticks at each other.
Yeah. Because nigga, it's boring. We shitting in the river. Nigga. We don't got no Ataris and PlayStations over here, nigga.
There's some shit in Spain they do called like the running of the bulls.
Oh yeah.
Where niggas just be outside running,
getting flipped.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Getting flipped into oblivion.
Getting tossed the fuck around.
The bull or the gorilla?
The bull.
I think the gorilla.
I can get away from the bull.
The bull, I can like
a gorilla.
I can't run away from him.
From the bull,
but I can change.
If I had a straight shot, I'm not getting away from a bull.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. If I got twists and turns, and I can shake his ass.
There's no way.
A gorilla, you're not getting away from him.
When I start running.
Yeah. Oh, this is fun. Yeah. And then pick up speed, nigga.
Oh, and yeah. And like, if you doing like running in the maze with a gorilla, I feel like that nigga gonna start jumping off the wall. Yeah, he gonna really get elusive with
like,
you.
man, this nigga, I'm about to get up top real quick.
That's his environment. Like,
yeah, he's like, cool. This
shit
shit
got
fun.
Some shit to swing on, climb on.
Yeah, it's over. He gonna get.
But out of like all the big ass animals, like the gorilla is the one that, because I have a chance on being cool with the gorilla. Like if the gorilla can tell, yes you do.
Unless you're his.
The gorilla can tell you don't want no problems, bro. If he's a decent gorilla, he's not gonna.
No, if he's a decent gorilla, how many gorillas you met in your life?
Nope.
Because ain't no decent gorilla. I think
if he know that you're not trying to fuck with him, he's not gonna want to.
Because gorillas just want
you have a chance, but y'all haven't heard the other animals.
He's not wrong about that.
You ever heard the other animals?
If they don't deem you,
you're not being cool with the lion.
Oh no,
the silverback gorillas, because it be dudes like when they go out there, they be close as fuck to them gorillas, but they don't see you as a threat. They like, I'm bigger. I already know I'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
So as long as you stay still and chill,
like to play around too,
let them come over there and expect them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
make sure they know that, and you don't get up and start bucking your chest.
The fact that niggas have to do that should just end the
You just know.
But no, you can't hear the other animals. A hippo.
What about a hippo?
No, I'm saying like of all the big ass animals like gorillas.
Yeah.
So a gorilla, a hippo, a fucking grizzly bear. Like I'm gonna take the gorilla.
Yeah.
I have the
grizzly bear territorial as fuck. Hippo territorial as fuck. Gorillas are territorial, but they not gonna just smack the shit out you for no reason. Because they're not.
But they're not tripping the trip like the.
But gorillas aren't predators. Those two niggas are predators. A
hippo is a predator?
A hippo is they're territorial.
They kill humans for real. Like if humans be doing too much.
Hippos, I think
I don't think they hunt humans though. That's what a predator is when they hunt the shit.
Well, what I'm saying is that
like a lion is a predator.
I would consider them on terror. I would consider them on predator level because they kill so many people. They kill. Go look up the statistics on hippos. They killing niggas all the time. They killing niggas all like crazy.
It's like a lion or a tiger. Like I'm gonna choose the gorilla.
When I first figured that shit out, that's when my fear of hippos started. I was like, bro, I don't ever want to be in no African river doing shit. The hippos are out here. What? Give me the turn around.
Yeah, facts.
Get me out of here, because these niggas be coming out the bottom.
Damn.
Yeah.
500 people per year die from hippos. Why is 500 people around a hippo?
That's more. That's way more than a shark attack.
Dog, 500 people is fucking wild.
Every
That's
year.
A lot. Every year.
You know what? It'd probably be because
only 10 people die from sharks a year.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not going.
500? What are 500 niggas doing around hippos?
500 is crazy.
I mean, you can be a safari and shit, but you should know
you get in that water, they'll drag you to the bottom.
That's a fact. Once you get in their mouth, nigga.
You're in a small boat, they gonna flip you over, drag you to the bottom, and stomp on you. That's what they do.
Once you get in their mouth?
No, hippos. And then when you get out the water, they will run you down.
You seen a hippo eat a watermelon before?
Yeah, they just clamp, nigga.
Go. There was a dude. There's actually I watched a video of a dude. He was like, "Yeah, I got attacked," and when he got attacked, he was like, "Bro, it flipped my shit over, and I was in his mouth, and one of the tusks went straight through my body." I said, "That sounds scary."
I would just die right there.
Yeah, he was like, honestly, I just played dead and he left me alone, like, because he thought he killed me, and then I got saved.
Oh, so
Bruh,
that's crazy as shit.
I don't want to be in no type of water with no dangerous animal that is not just physically bound to water, because he can get out and get me.
I don't want to be in the water with no animal. Period.
I don't either, but just like at least of like, okay, for shark. The beach right there. Maybe.
Sure,
maybe
you niggas be overestimating yourself.
I'm saying like
sharks swim fast as fuck.
I'm saying of all the things like
swim like no motherfucking shark.
Of all the things like maybe if I could just get over there, I know that's safe though. I know for a fact that ground over there is
you're
safe.
not getting away from the shark. Once you're in the water,
I don't want to be in there. I don't want to be in there with a shark, right?
Yeah, you niggas was in the Navy, so
that doesn't matter. We didn't swim worth a fuck. We swam one time.
You know what they teach you? But you know what they teach you though? They don't teach you how to swim. They teach you how to float.
That's it.
Nigga,
and when you get in the water,
you get to the Navy if you don't know how to swim.
When you get in the water, nigga, you be like having to beg and plead to swim.
It's nigga. I know so many niggas who don't know how to swim. I know so many dudes in the Navy who don't know how to swim for shit. Oh God, who can't swim.
All the Memphis niggas, all the niggas from New York,
can't swim for
none of them. A couple of my homies from Jacksonville cannot swim.
But see, you don't know niggas are close to a beach. How come they can't swim?
Because they're niggas.
Yeah, because they're niggas.
Memphis makes sense.
They just don't get
New York don't make sense.
No. New York water is nasty.
Yeah, nobody ain't swimming in that.
Yeah, nobody swims in that water.
Yeah, but okay.
New York niggas. When you ever seen a nigga say dead ass get in the water? Nobody.
I'm taking my Timbs off to get. I'm taking my buttons off to get in the water. B.
Yeah, dead ass. I'm finna go for a swim. I ain't never heard that. Never heard a nigga say that shit.
New York niggas is not getting in the water.
Oh, my mom, I'm a good swimmer. You ain't never heard. You
ain't never,
not once.
Like from New York?
From New York.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, I heard plenty niggas. Boy, I had teammates that said
niggas is hooping.
Yep.
Niggas is motherfucking
lifting weights.
Niggas is shooting shit. That's what they doing up there.
Yeah, we're not swimming.
That's what niggas is doing.
But
I mean, niggas.
if niggas was in the water, like even the biggest of slow animals, like whales. Whales aren't that fucking fast, but they fast compared to us.
They'll spit you out though.
Yeah, because they don't want to eat niggas.
Not
killer whales.
No, they don't be fucking with people though.
Killer whales will eat you.
But they don't be fucking with
whales
people.
will.
They can flip boats.
Killer whales will eat you, but
they
know what they want to eat.
They want them.
If you don't look like a seal, if you don't look like a seal, they be like, just leave you alone. But
I heard they was eating polar bears now.
Is they? It ain't enough for them.
They said that's the most vicious bear.
Yeah, they said they eating polar bears.
Well, polar bears done migrated into like Alaska, and they started mating with the grizzly bear. So now,
what the fuck are they making now?
Now they're polar grizzlies. Like now they're big now they're big and they're more aggressive.
So they making ligers.
Have you seen
the bear version?
You ever seen the Kodiak brown bear?
Yeah,
but that would be natural.
Them bitches are so big and so fucking aggressive. Like
because they're just bears, just different colors.
Yeah, you got the brown bears, the smallest, right? You got
the black bears.
The black bears are smallest.
The brown bear is the grizzly bear. That's what they call it.
Well, technically,
the grizzly bears,
the cats,
they big as fuck. They stand up like 9 feet.
Grizzly bears are still big. The Kodiak bear,
So how fucking big is a polar bear?
Polar bears are like,
ain't they 9 feet?
When they stand up, they like damn near 9 feet.
That's what the grizzly bear. They must be way more though.
The grizzly bears are like 7 feet,
maybe like 4,000 pounds.
7-8 feet, and then the black bears are like 5-6 feet. When they standing up, like black bears ain't that tall. That's why they be climbing trees and shit. The grizzlies don't really climb. The polar bears don't really climb either.
You can't climb shit and get away.
Yeah, you can.
From a bear?
The grizzlies don't climb. They're too big. The brown bears will get you if you're in a tree.
Nigga.
But they don't climb that often.
But you said the black bears be
They can if they're
they
can if they're small enough, or if they really want you.
Nimble is a motherfucker going up there too.
With a gorilla, oh, your ass is dead. A tree, boy, he running up the tree. He running up the tree. You like God. This nigga's so big and he flying the tree up.
Do that shit again, bro.
He like, damn, you don't climb up the tree. His nest up there because they sleep in the trees. They don't sleep on the ground.
Gorillas?
Yeah. They sleep. They build a nest up there that can hold them, and they lay up there.
The fact that we just be spitting out these facts and shit about it lets me know that we was watching a lot of Discovery Channel.
I was watching Tarzan, nigga.
I watched Discovery Channel.
I was watching Animal Planet.
I watch the Discovery Channel and I be like, fuck, like these fucking animals got to fight for their life every day.
Every day, dog. I was watching that shit and I'm like,
I'm over here screaming at my mama like, where the motherfucking Chips Ahoy? I want some cereal.
These niggas are worried about getting murdered. Yeah, how do they go to sleep? If I was one of them little monkeys or whatever in the forest, them niggas be getting ate up by them big cats, bro.
Yeah. And then you can do about it, cause that's just how your life works.
The smallest cat.
When that's how your life worked from the jump, your stress levels is different.
I think
you don't have to worry about that, nigga. Because why you worried about it? It's either gonna happen or it's not, and you're not gonna know when. It's like going out in life. Like we got to go outside. Niggas die every day of car crashes, but a nigga still jump in that car and go to work. It's the leading cause of death in America.
I ain't walking.
Facts.
I ain't walking,
but I'm finna get into that.
But I do have a better chance of getting into a car accident than I do getting hit by a bus.
Facts.
You have a better chance of getting in a car accident than getting hit by a bus. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. But niggas still get them statistics is out there. We know it. They don't even know the statistics.
Yeah. I know.
So major debt to put themselves
at risk. This is just the case. It's me, so I can get there a little quicker.
Hey, this is a cold ass world. Yeah. And then you got to insure your death, like possibly,
bro. Yeah, the world is fucked up.
Yeah,
the world is fucked up. The way animals have to survive, the way we have to survive, like fucking animals now.
Yeah, and we do it to ourselves.
Yeah, that's the only part that's
the crazy
part.
You be sitting there like, damn, all this shit fucked up in the world.
Oh, it's because humans did it.
We doing it to our own people.
See, that's when the conversation can change. Because, yeah, it's been some humans, but it's been a certain type of human.
And why these motherfuckers keep following the stupid ones?
Because
I feel like in the animal kingdom, they don't follow the weak, dumb-minded Fucking somebody who's gonna lead you into a volcano.
Them niggas fight. Them niggas fight for
their system isn't built.
We need
their
that
system
system.
isn't built on voting.
Yeah, you gotta knuckle up.
Yeah.
Yeah, their system not.
You
built
gotta show me you can protect us.
on voting and niggas being like minded. Nigga, can you beat me? No. Okay, shut the fuck up.
I don't know how good that is though with our culture.
No, of course not.
Some niggas
some
that
dumb
don't
niggas-
need to be fathers.
Yeah.
That's with that.
Yeah.
That can't wait for that part.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I was like, what the fuck?
Anyway,
Yeah.
no, like I was saying, my nigga, it's some niggas that, you know, like I said, probably shouldn't be fathers, but boy, if they come to the protection part, they gonna have that part down. Because they just got to squabble a couple of times. And they built for that.
Facts.
You know, he can't
Your
express
family, your
himself,
family's
but he can
safe.
express these,
Your family's safe, but not
Feel
from
me?
you.
He can express these like
They safe from everybody else, but not
But
from you,
you.
nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
You the most dangerous part of your
So
whole
I don't know
family.
if that would be a good concept for us to.
Nah, of course not.
You know what I'm saying?
We just need to stop. We just need to be able to be like, all right. It needs to be like, that's a dumb button. Like, we need to have a vote where it's like, yes, no, and nigga, this is retarded.
Stupid.
This is a like we need to be able to press the button as a world.
Yeah, get that shit the fuck out of here.
Every time a major law is passed in government, that should need to pop up on my phone like a motherfucking Amber Alert.
Oh yeah, and we need to be able to vote on it.
And we need to be like,
right there.
You voted
Boom,
right
no,
there.
the fuck out
Turn
of here.
that off.
Yeah.
No
conversation.
retarded. If enough niggas vote retarded, all right, scrap the whole. Just turn the whole thing off. No revote.
Facts.
Let's just get to the next thing. Get that off the board. That's dumb. That's what we need. I need that shit to zzz, and then read it to me and be like, all right, that's not smart. I don't like that.
Yeah, the way the world works.
The way America works, the world be doing other shit. They be having their shit together. France was like, nigga, we finna raise Social Security age up. They said, bitch, watch this. Pouring manure all up in the streets, nigga. We not finna be doing nothing. We finna burn this bitch down.
While in America, they're banning porn in Iowa.
Bruh, we over here worried about what Pornhub doing. We can ban Pornhub, but we can't. Well, for some reason, we can't find all them kids that's getting took every city.
Or stop niggas from buying guns.
We know where they at.
That ain't supposed to happen.
Yep.
How that's gonna happen?
And they think changing the age from 18 to 21 gonna make a difference.
And they changed the age on cigarettes. Like, what the fuck is that gonna do?
That shit is dumb.
What's that gonna do?
Nothing. Pushing all the lawmakers ever do is push the envelope. They just go, all right, man. How can we just make this look like we finna do something? Bet. Let's push the age restriction. Or bet. Let's make the process a little bit longer. Nigga, just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. What do you need an AR-15 for real? I get it that niggas talking about, oh, well, what if the government comes down with the guns? Listen, if the United States government will always have a bigger gun than you.
Yeah.
They will always have a bigger gun.
So what you think you gonna do?
What? Your gun, your AR-15,
it wouldn't.
See, and this is the thing, too.
When it comes to weapons.
Because you wrote something down in the notes. You said bitches and the audacity. The audacity of the people to think that, oh, I'm about to buy all the guns. What you gonna do? One person with
1,000 guns. Thanks.
Can you reload all these?
When they come and kill you, they're gonna be like, thanks.
Thank you.
1,000 for free? We finna distribute this to all the what? All the Green Berets finna be toting fresh, brand new, oiled up guns that you had in your house for no reason. Now you getting shot with a revolver. You like, why the fuck this nigga got a fucking revolver?
That's how I be feeling in movies when the nigga be like the John Wick movies and shit. Got the fucking wall full of guns and he just goes and grabs deuce. Like, yeah.
He like, yeah.
This is my favorite right here.
9mm. That's what I like. You like.
Yeah, everybody got silencers on the shit in the movie.
Yes. Hey, I saw a clip the other day of Stephen A. Smith shooting a bitch in the he was on like a novella or some shit. He was like, it was like a nurse and she was doing something to somebody. He walked in, he said, "What are you doing in here?" She's like, "Oh, I'm just changing his thing." And she pulled out a gun and Stephen A. go, he just boop. He had a silencer, everything on that bitch. Boop, shot her ass. I said, what the fuck is he doing on this show anyway? I had never seen that clip.
I thought it was like a deep fake. No, it was really him.
Yeah, it was really him. I said, oh yeah.
What are you doing?
I need to go watch that. I need to go watch it, understand why Stephen A. Smith is pulling the blick out.
Yeah.
Or why they got him acting.
That part.
The nigga, he can bear. He's already a character in real life. He don't need to be no other character other than him.
He is Stephen A.
This bro.
Like Stephen A. Like
He used to have
Stephen
people.
A. is like I respect the journey.
He used to have us. He used
I
to have the
respect
niggas.
like I respect where
Where do you feel like the fall came from for him? Because
Right
a
when
lot of niggas is like Stephen A. ain't in them.
right when he stopped, like when he got that bag.
with the last one
Yeah.
or this past one.
It's the one before that because
okay.
niggas was behind Stephen A. for a while. They was like,
No, I fuck
they was
with
like, oh
Stephen
yeah,
A.
Stephen A.
As
getting
an
his bag,
actual journalist,
getting his bag.
As an actual like broadcast journalist, Stephen A. is fucking phenomenal at what he does.
So what is he doing wrong then?
But what Stephen A. does, man, and I don't know, like, I mean, I don't know if he's always been this way, man, but like, it seems as though, and to me, it started to feel this way when Skip left and went to Fox, and Max Kellerman came on, and now
But he didn't like Max. No,
that's when he became the guy. Like he was at ESPN making decisions, telling like who can be on the show, who he wants on the show, and like he didn't like Max. He got Max off, whatever. But like it seemed like at that point, his like demeanor and like deposition changed when it was just like he used to be Stephen A. The Stephen A. always been like outspoken as a journalist and he's gonna get his point across, and he did make good points. But after that, it seemed like things were now personal. Like, yeah, I'm gonna report and I'm gonna report the right way, but I'm gonna add an extra oomph to it because I probably don't like you.
I feel like a lot of them,
You know what
a
I'm
lot
saying?
of the broadcasters up there get up personal because when they give their opinions, they know these dudes. They talk to
and
these
they're talking
dudes.
to them, and the things that
when you say
transpire
something-
when they see them,
Yeah,
they don't like that.
and
But
when you say something against their mans,
I can go on TV and you know what I mean, say blah 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 blah, and like what Stephen A. does is he's like, his number one thing is, I'm not hiding. I can be anywhere. I'm not hiding from anywhere. You know what I mean? Case in point when Brian pulled up on him at the game. So it's just like, you know, he says things like, for example, leading to that, he was pleading with Bron to be a better father because Bronny had a bad game.
like I
Which
think that
to
was
me is totally out
the
of
misstep.
bounds.
Yeah.
That was his misstep
So you're coming at another grown man
about
that's
fatherhood.
clearly a great father.
Yeah.
This is about basketball, and just keep it at that.
You didn't say anything about basketball.
Right.
Now you're coming at a man, you know what I mean? So
I see the
they're pulling
animosity
up
in
on
the
you.
hate.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe not the timing
Yeah.
of it. Like maybe after the game where you can really now we can really have this.
Nah, right, because you did that shit in front of
Everybody.
millions of people.
Yeah.
Now I'm finna.
I get it,
Now I'm
though.
finna show
Embarrass
you
you.
in
I
front of
get it,
everybody.
though.
Like
You're coming at my parenting, and you're the number one reporter that says you protect the black athlete.
right. And here you go.
But you
Tearing them down.
weren't displaying that at all because that had nothing to do with sports
But he do
journalism.
that. He play both sides sometimes. Like,
Yeah, but that's why, you know what I mean?
that's why niggas
That's
don't like
been a
him.
knock on him
But is that-
ever since he got the big
So
man.
is that necessary though? Because at the same time, we watch these shows and we're not gonna just sit there and just listen to these guys agree with each other all the fucking time. You need some type of discord.
it's not that
And,
he's playing devil's advocate. It's more like it's stuff that like the stuff that he's saying. Because like just how he was saying, like he reports on the shit. And
Yeah.
he'd be like, okay, that makes sense. That's some facts.
Some of the shit be
And
unwarranted.
then he'll be like, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. And he starts saying some bullshit, some shit that got nothing to do with
That's
that.
clearly
He just
personal.
don't.
I'm gonna go ahead and say
he
it.
just don't-
LeBron look like he don't wash his drawers.
Yeah,
type of shit.
it be shit like it be dumb shit, and you be like, why the fuck is he even saying that? It's just you just trying to make a nigga look bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just trying to find something to say, and it's like you don't have to say that shit, but you do anyway. But now, and you know what your word is, and you know how big your audience
Platform
is,
and all that other shit.
and
Yeah.
you gon' you know what I'm saying? And that's how you want to use it. When you weren't before when you weren't as big as this, you weren't using your platform like that.
Yeah.
Facts.
But now all of a sudden, because you know you're a fucking head honcho, big dude on the fucking scene.
Stephen A.
Yeah. Now you okay, bad. I can get away with whatever the fuck I want. Nah.
Or I can get away with more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like that type of shit is why a lot of people aren't agreeing with him. You know what I mean? You know, but when he's doing actual
Journalism.
he's amazing at that shit. He's great.
Yeah.
It comes with the facts, man. Yeah. That's what niggas really care about.
That's all. And then like, but like, no, I mean like, you also got to remember too, like, for example, we used to go crazy on Kwame Brown until Kwame Brown said no more. Like, because when Kwame put it in perspective, he was like, "This nigga's been talking about me for 20 years. Like, when is enough enough? I'm retired. You know what I mean? Like, Kwame's a $70 million nigga. Like, he won. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like,
regardless of anything else,
of how anything worked out, how he's looked at as a basketball player, like, you got to get off his dick, bro. He did what he was supposed to do.
And there's plenty of niggas that finesse the league in a way that, I mean, I feel like he's kept his integrity. He balled, he played ball.
Yeah.
It's not like the nigga was just riding the bench and getting paid.
Right. He did. Every team he went on, he was playing. Facts, yeah. And shit, they kept the nigga around for 13 years. You don't stick around for 13 years.
Yeah, unnecessarily.
You know what I'm saying? In any fucking thing.
Yeah.
Let alone the NBA. So it's like, you know, shit like that, you know, and at first, like, that shit was funny in the beginning, but over time, over and over and over, like, you got to really think, like, no one was calling him Kwame Brown. Like, everybody was like, Kwame Brown, because that's how Stephen A was saying it. After a while, that shit is like, all right, bro, when you gonna shut the fuck up? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Somebody got to put
you
their
know,
hands
it was
on
me. And Kwame Brown is a big ass nigga, bro.
Somebody gonna put their hands
big,
on him.
country strong type ass. Like, Stephen A wouldn't say that face to face to him, bro. He wouldn't act like that.
That's true.
No matter how he feel, like, you know what I'm saying. So it's just like that type of shit, like getting away from the journalism side of everything, and like, you know, when you have these beefs and, you know, you playing favorites about who can do what, and, you know, they said he said questionable things about Lamar Jackson, and you have all the praise in the world for all the white quarterbacks who haven't accomplished half as much. So it's like those type of things, you know what I mean? It makes it seem like a way. So, you know, that's Stephen A.
Okay. Hell yeah.
So this is gonna be off topic, but I need to know about that last encounter I heard you talk about when we was in the gym, nigga. I need to know more about that shit. Cause like, so for context, I'm working out in the gym. He pull up on me because me and him work in the same gym, and I just so happened to overhear him talking about how his girl ordered she ordered the steak, the motherfucking 2-3 drinks, the lobster mac, something. I'm like, who the fuck is he talking about? He can't be talking about himself, because I know. I'm like, bruh.
Nah, my nigga ain't do that.
I know that nigga was, boy, a victim. He was victimized.
How did she get away with that?
Boy.
Man,
that's where the audacity shit is coming in. Okay, so where were you at? What was the spot?
Toca Madera.
What's that?
A little Mexican steakhouse type.
Okay.
It's good. You know what I'm saying? It's cool.
Shit, sound like it. All the shit you was saying she was ordering, I was like, God, this must be a good
black
place.
And salmon. I got with some other shit that came with it. I wasn't tripping.
She said steak, lobster.
No, the tomahawk.
Whoa. When she started to order, where was you, in the bathroom?
No, I was sitting right there. The audacity. I was just like, you know what I mean? I don't really be caring if niggas is out.
I feel like she was trying.
If we go out, yeah.
I don't.
But I understand
bitch, you're trying me. Is this all the? How many times have you taken this person out?
This was like twice. The second time.
This is day number 2.
It wasn't but the first time was just more of a casual hangout.
Yeah.
Right.
This is trying to solidify some shit?
Nah, I wasn't solidifying a motherfucking thing. But look, man, like, I like to eat decently after a long ass week.
Did y'all share the tomahawk?
No.
Fuck no.
What? You know how big a tomahawk steak is?
I saw the
motherfucker. She just said, fuck it. Did she eat it all?
What?
No, she didn't.
Did she eat
Swear to God.
Get the fuck out.
Everything else too?
It was like,
and the sides?
It was cut up.
Plate clean?
Oh, okay.
It was cut up.
But the bone came with it, and it was just
exactly.
Okay, yeah.
But like, it wasn't enough to be like, yeah, I'm taking this home.
Okay.
She didn't eat it all.
What about the lobster?
Mac and cheese.
Oh, lobster mac and cheese with the tomahawk.
Yeah.
Dessert?
Fuck no.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Would y'all like anything else to check?
I'm stressed the fuck out.
Would y'all like
for
to
you.
look at the dessert menu?
Margaritas?
No.
3 margaritas.
Yeah, bro.
3 margaritas. She gonna open her ass.
I didn't even want it no more. I didn't even want it no more. Like after the shit was over.
That was a good day. What you mean?
I was full as fuck.
The date not over. It's not over.
It's not over.
Nah.
No, it's not over. It's not over. It's not over.
I don't want shit from you.
We got one more activity.
It's not over. We got.
You
ordered 3 margaritas, a tomahawk, and lobster mac, baby.
Hey,
I need lobster mac when I get home.
Oh God.
What the fuck is you talking about?
It was everything.
I need motherfucking mac and cheese when I get home.
Mac and
Homemade,
cheese,
baby.
It's
What
like
you talking
as soon
about?
as the word,
That's crazy.
as soon as the word tomahawk came out of her mouth, I just said
tomahawk.
Can I get the tomahawk? Can I get the tomahawk? Can I get the
brain?
tomahawk?
Everything was over. It was done. It was a wrap.
Nigga sat here. He was like,
It was a fast
What's
date,
that?
though.
Did she say anything?
What?
Like after she ordered and the waiter was like, thank you. And then she
Have
looked
y'all
back
been-
at you and was like,
have y'all been seeing that meme where it's like,
This motherfucker looked at me like with the biggest. She was so happy, nigga.
my God, can you pull that shit up where it's like,
And in my head, I'm just like, damn, like you don't even know.
Can
This
you-
is the last.
can you
This is
pull
the
that-
last time you gonna ever see me in your life.
can you pull
I
that
hope
meme
this
up, bro?
steak is
Which
good
one?
as
Where it's
fuck.
like, it was like in the black sitcom when you figured out you ain't make the football team. And you get up there,
it's like-
I know that's what he was going through his head when she ordered that tomahawk. He was like,
I didn't even.
went to commercial break, came back, and
Yeah.
was like,
what's wrong, Jim?
I don't even.
we're having a good night, aren't we?
I don't even.
Shit, listen, my mom in the hospital. I gotta go.
Oh hell no!
I gotta go.
No one's in the hospital. I paid that shit so fast. That was the fastest day. She ate. She went to the bathroom, but when she came back,
back,
to
The check was
Check was
already.
already
already paid, tip, everything.
Yeah.
We was out of there.
All right, baby. Let's go.
Quickest date.
All right, let's go. Oh, where do you want to go? Back home. What do you mean?
Oh, we not.
Well,
No. I'm
wait,
taking you.
wait,
home.
yeah, I'm taking you home.
And then I'm going to my house.
Right.
Like I'm not. So what the fuck?
Right.
You already raped me.
With no lube.
Might as well.
With no lube.
Do I need to call the police?
Yeah.
Because
I feel violated. I've never felt my pockets get touched like that.
are you fucking crazy? My mama wouldn't even do no shit like that.
Bro.
Man, I told my mama about
I'm
that
like-
shit.
I'm like,
She
listen.
said, what?
Listen, baby, it's dangerous out here. You can't be doing shit like that. A nigga less better than me would have done who knows what
Oh,
in this
just imagine.
scenario.
And bitches be thinking like, them niggas ain't out here. And
They
you
out
have
here.
to be the one.
You have to
that's
be the
good
one to be
nigga.
that's like, all
You
right,
gotta
bro.
be the good nigga because if I crash
Because
out,
if I
right
crash
here,
out, yeah, now
she's gonna blame
right.
every man
Now
for the decision that I just made.
Exactly. So it's like, damn, like.
I gotta be the bigger man.
But then I think about it. I think to myself like whenever I hear the
bitch, you just ate
stories,
like the biggest man.
whenever I hear the stories of the man
Damn,
who
motherfucker, like a whole streak.
it's not just any steak, nigga. A tomahawk. A tomahawk.
I like my bitch's stomach to hurt when they eat steak. Like
I need you on the toilet. I need your shit knotted
you
up.
always get the sea bass or the salmon or you get the crab legs.
Yeah,
or,
something that's going.
Yeah.
the
Something that's gonna
steak.
sit right. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
the
whole
steak.
steak and ate every bite.
Now she talking about
Steak,
I'm
lobster
full,
mac,
ain't you?
baby. You didn't get no asparagus to help that go down?
Nah,
Something?
hell
He said, hell no, I wouldn't have paid for it. Blackened asparagus.
nah. Hot. Well, I
He
paid
would have.
With the
That
truffle
would have been.
butter.
That would have been the
I paid
last
that bill
straw.
so fast.
That'd have been the last straw.
I've never paid a bill so fast. I wanted to leave so bad. I couldn't
Yeah,
wait to
couldn't-
get back to
All
the
the
car.
options on the menu. She picked
Oh,
up.
look who it is. Come in. Come on.
I couldn't wait to get back to the car.
Come in. Hello, Miss Nam. How you doing?
What's going on?
Taylor's here. Say hi to the people, Taylor.
Hi, people.
You are
Fancy.
48 minutes late, but it's
I
okay.
had to marinate my carne asada, and then I had to get here. I'm sorry.
Girl, that carne asada was not going nowhere.
Your mic.
You cooking it after this?
Opposite side.
I'm gonna put it on the griddle when I leave here. Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
bought a griddle today for the grill.
hell yeah. I bought one of them Korean barbecue pots. You know when you go to Korean barbecue and they got the thing in the middle?
I don't cook my Korean barbecue when I go to Korean barbecue.
That's
Somebody
fine.
else is
That's why I
responsible for
bought
that.
the pot. So I could cook it at the house. Now we ain't got to pay for
What
that.
she's saying is that could never be her.
She would have a
Cooking it
nigga.
at the house because why?
Oh,
It's-
that's what you're saying?
No, I'm saying what he's saying. If I'm going to Korean barbecue, somebody
It's
else,
gonna-
is
Somebody
cooking
else
the
is
entire
cooking
time.
that shit. The whole
No,
Yeah.
somebody else is cooking.
Right. So why would she go out and buy the equipment?
I'm not doing
for
that.
She doesn't have to do that. That's
Right.
what I'm saying.
That's what.
I'm telling her that I bought
Right.
the pot so that way I could start cooking Korean barbecue at the crib.
Yeah.
So we ain't got to go out. We could just.
No,
What do you
no,
mean? It's going to be more fun.
because now we can really get lit and belligerent in this.
Oh
bitch.
God, we
And
can
we
do
don't-
whatever,
we don't-
and we playing our own music.
And we don't gotta have
The portions?
1,000 Asian people in there going. Oh, they're loud.
Look at these.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
Flavorful.
they're so loud. You know,
we could
'cause
just eat our
we
food,
can be in there
make
fucked
it
up.
whenever we want,
Rice.
eat as much as we
Yeah.
want.
the
I want
right.
to be ghetto.
Whoa,
Not ghetto.
Ratchet.
Why does being?
Why is it ratchet? We just want to hang out with the homies.
You
You
hear? Are you hearing these labels being thrown at us like this?
Right.
Ghetto
Niggas-
ratchet.
niggas is
She wants to be ghetto and ratchet out in public.
No, I don't. I don't want to be ghetto and ratchet anywhere. I'm an auntie now. I'm past that stage in life.
Your mother as well.
Yeah.
She said that's not where it stopped.
Yeah,
That's not where it
That's
stopped.
not where the fuck stopped.
Once my siblings started having children, that's
That's
when
when
stopped.
it became
That's
real.
when I felt like I couldn't let that get out.
Girl, you need
I'm
to
saved.
stop playing.
I'm saved.
Having the kickback, that's what we was talking about too. Bringing the kickback back. We need to start doing that, and I feel like the Korean barbecue hot pot will bring the
Man, you
kickback.
can the fucking Blackstone, nigga, and you can.
We're not
do
finna give them another $2,000 for us to all sit in the same space. When we go
God.
to the crib,
We can go to the
it's
crib.
free to it's free to
All
do
you
that.
Drink
all you
for
can
less.
drink, yeah.
I can make the margaritas.
You can
Facts.
talk while you
Two
I don't
people
know
bring a
why
bottle,
y'all
it's
are
over.
acting like kickback era was fun because I'm
Stop
definitely
doing that.
positive that
What?
the kickback. He can't make any faces because he went to Gorman parties, but y'all went
I
to
was
parties.
everywhere.
Okay,
I went
Gorman
to
parties
parties.
were very
I was
different.
everywhere.
I didn't go to kickbacks besides for Gorman parties. So with that being said,
Oh, so you don't know nothing?
no, y'all were shooting. Y'all were shooting and
No,
dry
we
humping
weren't.
on the walls.
No, we
That's
weren't.
not what was going
Oh,
We
on.
were
okay.
we were having great times, beautiful music. We actually had DJs sometimes. Like some of the kids that are DJs now, they
Oh, they were
DJ
DJing at your kickback.
back at the kickback, and we were like, "Damn, man, you got some talent, bro!" Like, you know what I'm saying? Now they turned it into something.
We need to.
That's what the kickback was. It was
I heard
learning
it.
what the niggas.
I
Some of the
heard
niggas
it.
was rapping at the kickback.
Listen, don't.
Niggas had.
She be like,
I was
don't
making
talk about-
food at the
hey,
kickbacks.
hey, hey.
That's why I'm the way I am now. I'm
I
so
like police
hospitable.
presence when I be partying.
You said what?
I like
presence?
police presence when I be partying.
What?
Who likes the
Who likes
fucking
police
police
presence?
when they're
I just don't
partying?
want to die.
You think that's
I
how?
get nervous
You think
about
you
going
not finna
outside.
You
die?
think you're gonna die at the kickback?
That's
What are
some,
you doing at the
that's some
kickback
Gorman
to
ass
die?
shit to say.
What?
What were they doing?
The police?
I
Okay.
never went to any kickbacks that were shot up. What about you?
Okay.
I mean,
You asked the wrong question.
No, those were parties.
Oh, those are okay. Yes, those are parties.
Yeah,
Those are
true,
parties.
true,
Those are
true.
parties.
Kickback. The
Niggas
true
Kickback, no,
niggas
no
was not
kickback
shooting.
I've ever been
You
to.
let
not
your
shot
kids go to kickbacks?
Will I?
Yes.
If I know the
Yes.
kids that they're going
Yeah.
to.
It's close.
Like if
knit.
it was like on some shit where you know my homies.
So who's gonna be there?
Raylan and Kaylin. So if
Yeah.
it was like, oh, we going to Raylan and Kaylin's house for the kickback, why the fuck not? Go ahead. I already know their peoples. I know how they get down.
Facts.
Ain't nothing gonna happen to you over there.
If my kid name, I'm like, who gonna be there? He named a bunch of niggas I already met and know. Y'all all gonna be there in that one spot. Okay, cool. So if I pull up, because I'm gonna do it a couple times, I'll pull up.
Oh, God,
and nigga,
Yeah,
you better
where
come
niggas
out with
at?
all the niggas you said that was gonna be there. If all them niggas ain't there, you not there either.
He coming out with
Facts.
one.
He coming out with one.
Yeah, he coming out with one.
Troy's here.
Tracy here. Bitch, get in the car. You and Trey. The fuck? Both of y'all niggas going home.
Is that what type of parent you gonna be?
Yes. I think I've had enough time to watch you be a parent to know that you kind of solidified already kind of how, because me and you damn near
The same.
exactly. So I'm like, almost exactly how he parents is. I already know that's probably just gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? That shit trickle down. It's in your DNA. I feel like how you parent is in your DNA to an extent. Okay,
Yeah.
there is
Some things
there
you
is
can change.
room. There is room for growth.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? But
I don't parent exactly like my parents.
Exactly.
But at the same time, nigga, I'm not gonna be too soft.
right,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, one parent does have to be the disciplinarian in the house if you have two in the house. It's kind of hard, but at the same time, they gonna thank me for it later.
Facts.
I have thanked my father. He wasn't my fucking friend.
Yeah, you could be the nigga they don't like right now.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
because when I got a little bit older, I had sense when I was in high school. And because I had that sense, he allowed me to do a little bit more.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, what? You telling me I had sense? Get the fuck out of
She
here.
just wanted the green.
She
I
just
just
is.
feel that
Go ahead, say
when
it.
you get caught fucking at
No,
church
stop.
parties, you can't say you have sense.
Here we go.
That's wild.
Here we go.
She
Now
couldn't
we
We
really
were
talking.
bad growing up.
Now we really.
And I'm saying this as somebody who went
Sense
to private school and only
okay,
saw
Tony.
black kids at
Sense,
church.
sense in
talk
the way of
I like this.
Nah.
yes, maybe certain things was happening.
So getting
but
your dick wet
stop,
canceled out your
stop,
sense.
She's Stephen A. in your ass right now.
bro.
Getting your dick
Yeah,
wet
get-
canceled out your sense.
All of this
Say
is getting
that.
cut.
That dark horse.
Like, what are you doing?
That dark
You trying to hurt people? Like, we are 30. Like, no, we're not gonna hurt people right now.
Bring up shit when you was 15?
No, God.
Yeah, you can't. You're
Come on. I understand, yes, as a 15, but I wasn't out here getting nobody pregnant at 15. Yes, I may have been fucking and doing some shit,
Luckily.
but I wasn't getting nobody pregnant. I was playing sports. I was going to school. I graduated. We had kickbacks and parties, and yes, we was getting drunk, but at the same time, I wasn't in these streets killing nobody. I wasn't getting drunk and fucking driving cars. I was getting money and fucking bitches, nigga. Yes, I was fucking at parties. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I just hope you keep this in
But
mind
I was
that we
still
have
a good
and not a
person.
boy and a girl.
Is this an
So if your
intervention?
daughter
I was
at the party
still
talking,
a good
just remember she's a good
person.
He can't stop that.
Exactly.
Ain't nothing
I
you can do
can't.
about
I can't
that.
stop shit.
That's
Same
all-
way you was doing whatever you was
I
doing.
wasn't doing anything.
Don't shush
I
it up.
wasn't doing anything.
Shush.
I was a saved and sanctified
my homegirl
teenager.
Saved and
Saved and
sanctified.
Oh, damn.
Why do I find
You're-
that to be? I'm feeling a lie.
Yeah.
Not a lie.
Generating. Or,
I was so good in
or
high
a-
school. I didn't talk to nobody.
What?
I went to class.
What?
I didn't talk to boys. I only
What?
talked
Yeah.
to one boy.
Yeah.
You did
Yeah.
what
And
you
what?
were supposed
How'd that boy turn out?
That's irrelevant.
No.
Damn.
That's irrelevant.
No.
I mean, you talk
That's
to a
that's
plethora of
the
bitches in high
that
school.
Hey,
is.
we're running into that conversation. One woman versus accountability.
Ooh, Taylor would lose every time. Every time. First one.
That's crazy.
Out.
I am accountable. That's crazy for you to say that.
I think we're getting somewhere.
You just said that you were
Fuck
good,
off.
but I.
I was good in high school in comparison to the sluts I went to school with.
Yes, okay, you may not
Just
have been
comparing
fucking
yourself
every penis that
against
was
the worst of the
around,
worst.
I wasn't fucking a lot.
but the
I got graduated high school
And
with
she said-
two bodies.
but
She
the
said,
ones you
I
was
know.
fucking were the crazy niggas, and
I mean,
you.
I like the thrill of it for sure.
Oh.
I was young.
So you make it. So she was making all the right decisions.
No.
I was
Thank
making
you.
the right decision.
That don't sound
No,
sanctified.
that don't sound-
That don't sound sanctified at all.
That don't sound saved. That don't sound like the Lord's will at all. None
That
of
don't sound like he asked you
Now-
to do none of
now-
that.
He said trials and tribulations.
Listen, Vari-
He brought
Vari
me
went to
through
class.
Anyway,
I went to
Vari got
class.
straight A's.
Yeah,
all I know is,
sometimes.
Shit.
is that
That's what I
Vari's
mean.
most infamous. story
Stop.
in
That's
church.
not the most infamous. That is not, and that wasn't even real.
Church?
No,
He
never,
was at a
never.
church party.
No,
it
with
was
not a church
people.
party.
A church party is
All right,
different.
all of this is getting cut anyway.
Church.
We were not at a church party. It was just a fucking party. It was just with
It was
church
at Marco's
people.
house.
It was just with
It was
people
just with
from
church people.
Party.
But it was a party.
And the lights
Yeah.
got cut off.
And the lights got cut off,
Yeah.
and
Your dick
people was
out.
about to get fucked. Well, not about to.
Y'all were like 13.
No, we weren't. We were older than that.
No, okay.
We were older than that. How you gonna
Okay.
tell me? I remember it like it was yesterday.
All right.
I gotta remember this going online.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta make sure these numbers is correct. Okay,
Right,
we can't be having
Taylor. There
niggas
was.
out
It wasn't.
kicking
I mean, we was
13-year-olds
minors, but
at
we
house
was. We
parties
was.
getting their shit bust through the wall. You know what I mean?
Listen, that was so long ago. Why is that even in your Rolodex still?
I remember everything.
I do too.
I'm being
I
really,
do too.
I'm being really, really careful.
I'm being real good right
I
now.
don't care if you're that out. That doesn't bother me
Why?
at all. Because my only outlet as a child, which is going to be different than most people, was church. So if the only time I see niggas
I was there
is
with
church.
you. I was at every time
No,
you was
but
at church. I was there
ghetto-ass
too.
Legacy. I went to raggedy ass Gorman where they only wanted to fuck on the white girls. Next caller.
It doesn't matter.
It
You
does
was getting
change
fucked
your
on at the
Okay.
church too.
Okay,
I
well,
wasn't getting fucked on.
Yes,
at the
you
church.
was.
Around the corner from my mama's
The
house.
niggas wanted to fuck on some Taylor.
so I'm
The white black girl Taylor.
So
they wanted to fuck on some Taylor.
So were you?
Let's stop.
So were you only this?
She be pretending.
So were you only?
She be pretending like I don't remember.
He's the wrong person to talk to about.
There was hella names. I remember the niggas. I remember niggas wanted to fuck.
I'm listening. I'm really listening to what she's saying.
What is she saying?
So just now she just said these niggas at Gorman only wanted to fuck on the white girl. So
they did.
So was it really you making all the right choices, or were you just so limited in your options?
A combination of both.
Because had she
went to Legacy, she would have got turned out. She would have got turned out. Taylor would have been turned up.
I wouldn't have went to a public school and got turned out, because you have to understand my mindset in high school is different because I was dating the same person.
Right. But we would have got you up out of there, out of that relationship quick. We would have got you up out of that relationship quick.
Randomly at Valley, so
who was at Valley?
He showed up at the bus stop randomly at Valley when I went to Valley.
That doesn't matter.
That mattered to me.
Oh yes. I hear you.
I was limited options.
Right.
I
feel like when you have limited options, of course, now your scope is so much smaller. But if you would have went to Legacy, your scope would have your scope would have widened. Not on your own, not of your own choice.
I know. But so the niggas that I know as an adult, like that went to Legacy, now that I am grown, I hope I wouldn't have fucked them when I was in high school.
You hope, but you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't,
because those were some of the niggas back in the day. And now they weirdos.
Well, I definitely feel like that every year the body count gets
everybody has fucked somebody who they was like, damn.
My boy Shima is about to go enjoy his festivities, so we're gonna say happy birthday. Enjoy your day, man.
Go do it, man. Go do it.
See you.
Put that shit all. I better see it on Instagram when I open my phone up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, on God.
All right, bro. My bad. It's the second one. God, I'm so glad she showed up.
Me too.
Because
popping the conversation off.
I was removed, okay, forcibly removed from his adolescent years
never seen
of
none
life.
Of me.
I didn't get to see him through all his high school years because we lived separately. But
Vari wasn't shit. Neither was his friend. Raylan and Kaylin was dirtbags.
Whoa.
They were dirtbags.
Oh, this nigga.
Whoa.
Oh, you're making sure all this
is
in the
cut. No, nigga. No.
Why would we air this?
Why would we not?
What they gonna do again in the comment section? Be like, this bitch calling us dirtbags? I don't care. Y'all are dirtbags.
Yeah, we got.
No, it's too personal.
What you mean?
These niggas don't know who the fuck we talking about.
Exactly, which makes it less personal. These niggas don't know who the fuck any of these people are. What they gonna do?
We weren't fucking at church.
Gotta go through.
I just don't believe that.
Listen. Shit happens.
People do things. At least I wasn't fucking in the church. And just because I was fucking church people doesn't mean... I wasn't
fucking in the church either, bro. You trying to throw that
doesn't mean it was bad. Just because you're fucking a person that goes to church doesn't mean it's bad.
You were fucking her in
the middle of a party. You were fucking too.
I never fucked him in the middle of a party or in an open vicinity.
Who gives a fuck? Where was that? I was trying new things. I'm a kid.
I hope my kids don't try new things like that. I hope they come to me and talk to me before they be like, Mom,
Taylor,
they're not gonna do that.
You told your mom about every experience that you experienced? No. Come on.
No, but my mom's very I love Jesus.
Yes.
And
right.
I'm very don't try me, try Jesus. I'm turning my life around and got some I don't need to discuss that with her. I don't want to hear about my mama getting cracked. We got to the stove.
Nobody wants to hear about their mama getting cracked.
And you know how they do the little spray thingies or whatever? I don't enjoy that. I don't think it's the same thing as swallowing and sucking dick. I don't feel like those two things are 100% comparable. And so I made a mess when they were doing it. I don't like it. My mother, on the other hand, had a whole table behind her cheering her on, talking about throat goat. And I was mortified because, again, like I said,
what was she doing?
Swallowing and breathing at the same time. It's really uncomfortable.
Insert the Zia's clip. I need that.
The what?
The Zia's clip from when he was on stream and the girl was like, she was like, you gotta just grab it by the balls and he was like, he was looking at his boy, he was like,
bruh.
And he ended stream. insert that right now.
No.
Because what the fuck?
But yeah, no.
I could not live with some knowledge like that.
Mm-mm.
Don't. That shit would give me nightmares, nigga. I could never go back home. Me and my mom would have to have
All right, we don't have to keep talking about
arm distance.
I
feel
think
like
your parents had to fuck to make y'all.
obviously.
No. We know that. We know that.
Yeah, but we passed
that's
that
different.
now. Now they don't have
Knowing
sex.
about conception and knowing
That
the
they're
type
just
of
doing it. Now they're doing it for
type
fun?
of
No.
disgusting freak your mother
I don't want to
is.
hear about none of that
Way more
shit.
than one time,
I was made
to
for a
make-
purpose. I'm here
Yeah,
now,
I
and they don't have sex
listen.
anymore. That's in my mind.
No. I don't care if you having sex. I don't want to know the explicit
I don't
details.
give a fuck.
I don't know. I don't want to know that. I don't want to know.
So you'd freak out if you found your mom's sex toy? Like, what if you
I
found
already
your mom's-
did that. I already went through that in life. I went
Don't
through that
never
in life.
want to ever.
And now, and I'm so glad. I never asked her about that shit.
Me too.
I'm so glad because nigga, I'm sitting in the. This is my horror story. I was sitting.
You want to keep
I
this?
was sitting. Yes, nigga.
Okay.
I'm cool with talking about shit.
All
Shit
right.
happened to me.
Nigga, I'm cool with talking about
I'm
it
like,
too, but
nigga, I'm on the computer in my mom room because that's where she keep this shit.
oh my god.
And all I hear is, I'm like, man, somebody fucking mowing the lawn outside. This is back when we was living in apartments. I'm like, man, what the fuck is that buzzing noise? I'm steady on the computer so I look back, I'm like, that shit sound like it's coming from right there. And I go touch my mom's bed, her bed, and I'm like, where is that? So I go looking for this. I go looking for whatever that source is. And lo and behold, nigga, behind her bed is this motherfucker. It's as red as the fucking, you know what? It's a red, veiny dildo, nigga.
She needed a
And
stress relief.
I'm so glad she don't watch this shit. But it's
She
red.
might see it.
I don't care. I don't care.
She's gonna talk to you about it.
I don't
now.
She gonna be
don't
like
care.
Madre.
I don't care. No.
She gonna come in the room one day and be like, "Tell your brother to
Tell your
delete
brother,
that shit."
delete that shit. Guess what, Ma?
It's out there. It's too late.
Welcome to the media.
No, she's gonna be mad.
I don't.
She didn't want to be a part of this.
She not a part of it.
Yeah, you
Don't
gonna make
nobody
her
know who
a
my
part of
mama is. And even
it.
if they
You
do,
think they can't look
and
her
even if
up?
they do find out, so what? She grown. She had to do what she had to do. It's a single mom. Shit, I'm behind you, Ma. Shit, somebody got something to
There are
say. We could talk
different
about it.
variables. It's
Leave
What,
me
nigga?
alone.
self-relief, or she could have been
Facts.
out in the streets. So.
Anyway, in my horror, I'm like, man, what is this? I don't know what this is. I don't know how old I was, but I was like, I don't know. I was like, what is this? and like, when you look back, you're like, what? Like, I should have been more scared. Like, why are you touching that, nigga? And I remember I had a sleepover. I had 3 of my niggas come over. We slept over. And my mom went out for something, nigga. I said, y'all want to see something?
Oh my god! Why did you
One of them
do
niggas
that?
was, one of them niggas was
Crazy.
asleep.
You put it on.
I said, nigga, it was treacherous, nigga. I'm sorry. But when I think about it, back
couldn't
about
be
it,
no friend.
I said, damn.
Why is this nigga showing us his mom's thing
Damn.
like
Because
that?
I didn't know what
First
it was.
off, if I was your friend and you said that, I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Isaiah was like, bruh.
Don't ever.
He was like, why the fuck do you know where that's at?
Right.
I said, I don't know. I mean, like, shit, why does she got this? And he was just
What do
like,
you mean?
and like at that time, I just didn't have the information. Shit, I nigga was just ignorant. And,
Oh my god.
bruh, I got more stories, but
See,
just
that's
hold on.
why you get a safe,
Lock all
or
that
you
shit.
have like
Who's
a.
locking their sex toys?
No, I'm not
Lock
locking.
that shit. What you mean? If you got a lot, lock them up.
I know people that carry their sex toys like with them, like in their purse, like to work and stuff like that, so like their kids won't find them because
Oh.
they don't want their
Carry
kids.
them?
I thought they was.
Yeah, they have more than one kid, and their kids
Yeah.
like their age ranges, so she carries it
See,
with her to work.
okay.
For protection for that.
That's understandable because
That's why it's even better to have a safe.
nah, because
and-
when I was living with my dad, I went through his shit. I went through his closet. I found where the gun was at. He think I didn't know where it was at. I was like, nigga, what? I be playing with this shit every day.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Belt to ass. Belt to ass. Guns are
Facts.
very different than dildos
I came home and my
vibrators.
gun-
Well, nigga, I'm not looking for the dildo, the thing that goes inside my mouth.
I'm not looking
pocket
for that.
pussy?
That's
That'd
not,
be None of
that's not
that.
what I went looking for. I just happened to find it. Okay,
And then you
hide
went
it
and
good
looked
enough?
for it
I
again.
didn't have to look for it again. She
I
put
just
it
knew
in the
where it
same
was at.
spot. She just put
Oh,
it. She
no.
right behind the pillow, nigga.
Oh my god. Okay.
All right,
Behind the pillow.
right
It's
behind
crazy.
the pillow, nigga.
She was
Okay.
like, I wait, so
And
they go sleep.
That's information I had. That's information I had to go to sleep with every night.
I'm sorry, Mom.
I'm not.
You
I had to
don't
go.
deserve
You did that to me. The only reason I'm sharing this because
she didn't do shit.
She did.
I would understand.
Because why did you leave it on?
Nigga, why are you in her room?
Why did you leave it on?
Get out of her room.
Turn it off.
Get out of her room.
Stop putting the fucking computer in your room then.
Get off of the computer.
No.
Go outside. Touch grass.
I couldn't. She wasn't home. She didn't let me go outside if she wasn't home. That's her fault.
Watch TV. Do something else. Get out of Mom's room.
She did that to me. I'm sorry.
See, that's why I be telling my kids right now, stay out my fucking room.
I agree.
You don't know what's in there.
Absolutely.
Sure.
There is a lot. No, just stay out my room. I'm nasty. Okay?
I'm nasty.
That is not for that reason. It's just I don't want you in my fucking room.
Yes,
I'm not gonna say I'm nasty.
Nigga, what? There is things
one,
in my
know
room.
what that means, and two, they're gonna get curious and be like, "What the fuck you mean he nasty?"
I'm not telling them I'm nasty. I'm just saying I'm nasty. Just stay out my room.
No, I'm gonna just be like, "It's shit in there. It's shit in there that
I'm like Uncle Elroy.
nothing in there for you. I promise."
Yeah, I'm
Unless
like
I'm
Uncle
in there,
Elroy.
that's the only time there's something in there for you. Aside from that, stay out my room.
Next house I get, pole in the middle of the thing. I'm gonna get a sex swing. I'm gonna get all that.
Hole in the middle of the room.
I could see like doing like a sex dungeon or like a basement type thing.
Why not in my room? It's my room.
No, because your kids go in your room.
They're gonna go in
when
there.
your kids have bad dreams, they don't sleep in the bed with y'all.
Yes, of course they do.
Oh, so now I gotta walk past the pole.
What's wrong with the pole? The pole I don't think is bad.
It's not bad until they get older. And then it's
They
like,
gonna have
damn,
even more bad
I was
dreams.
walking past the stripper
Mommy works
pole
for the
in
government, but she has a stripper pole in the house.
So
yes,
the first thing
for
I-
working out.
When y'all accidentally watch P Valley and that comes back on television and your daughter sees the pole and correlates
Mom,
two and
can I use your pole?
Yeah.
You don't want those questions.
Because I for surely be having
You don't think that as a
I'll
girl,
whoop your ass.
that's not gonna fucking happen?
Well, I have a girl and she
You don't-
like at the playground
Spinning.
and stuff like that. Yeah,
She be
like they
spinning.
do that, but like we have some grace in class. Don't just be get out here spinning around like you.
You keep telling her have grace of class, she gonna want to start shaking that ass.
Hey.
Okay?
I'm not wishing for my daughter
That's
to
not-
be a
Nobody's
lesbian.
wishing for it. I'm just.
No, I'm saying I'm not wishing for my daughter to be a lesbian, but I'd rather
Oh.
her be out here. I'd rather her be out here
those go
dogging these bitches out than these niggas dogging.
But how
her
you know
out.
they not dogging her out?
Right.
No, not with her mama. We
Not with her
gonna
mama.
run through these hoes.
We gonna run through these
So you
hoes?
pimping your daughter?
No,
What?
oh no.
Come on.
No, it's with my daughter. She's just gonna be laced with game because I just feel like if the niggas are what they are right now in this septic ass dating water,
They're not, and
What
you
you mean?
can't project
Hold on.
that
I'm
onto
not
her
projecting shit
because that's
these
what happens.
motherfuckers is raising these little
No,
motherfuckers.
okay,
Hold
but
on.
those niggas turn into completely different niggas. You okay?
Yeah.
You think I'm my dad? Be honest. You think I'm like my dad?
I think you got that freak itch your daddy got.
That's probably it. But the other stuff.
You might turn into him.
Whoa, what? You
I don't
might
see
turn
that.
into
I don't
him?
see that at all. In myself,
I feel like we take away things from our parents, and then like we have other
Right.
stuff.
I
Stuff
take
might
all the
come
good.
out like when you get older that you may not realize, and then it's your responsibility to work on it and stuff like that. But no, I see you as your own person. I don't see you as like your dad.
right? So you don't think that the young men that will be trying to court your daughter could possibly be better than the niggas that raised them?
All I know, if it's anybody that I know, me and their daddy gonna have to have a sit down conversation because my mama told y'all I was crazy.
You are.
And you didn't believe me.
That's a
About
fact.
my daughter, I'm really gonna play all types of games.
I don't
So I
understand
just
why
really,
niggas even be fucking with her.
I for sure.
She tells them that she's crazy
no,
from jump.
it's not even that I tell people
But
I'm
that's
crazy.
but niggas
That's
like
what
that.
allures them.
But that's what niggas
some
like.
people get an ego like that. That rubs their ego.
They're
That
like,
whole
oh,
entire
I can
situation.
fix
Of
that.
course, I
She ain't
no,
gonna be crazy
not even
with
I
me.
can fix that. I'm going to control that. I'm going to because it's a freak ass controlling mentality. That's why niggas like girls who say, "Oh, I'm crazy." It's
I
not
don't
because
say I'm crazy. I say I'm provoked because, in my opinion, I don't think I'm just
provoked.
because I'm not going to do anything crazy
Unless-
until
until I'm provoked.
and that's my opinion about it. I don't think I'm just like batshit blah blah blah. But do I have some anger issues? Well, will I take it there for sure?
Look at that accountability. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
It might be.
Me personally, because I have a kid and I have shit to lose, I pick and choose my battles. Like, for me, I much rather leave a nigga alone and know you're going to be right where I left you and you're going to try and talk to me again because it's a proven fact then it's up to me to make the judgment now that I know who you are, how I'm going to deal with you or if I'm not going to deal with you altogether. I don't like acting out like that anymore. That shit's not fun, and I'll really hurt somebody's son if I let them take me out of character. So we just meditate and stay to ourselves because I don't want to have to hurt nobody's son. Be my friend so I don't have to kill you. Okay?
I know. It's a grip of niggas watching this going like,
I can figure this one out.
Ooh, she would never do that to me.
No.
Because a real nigga would never allow. And then and she gonna end up on first 48 because she gonna stab you.
I'm not going to on
stab
nothing.
you
It's too much
1,200
desert.
times.
It's too much space, desert, and opportunity.
Every time I drive to California, I'm like, I know there got to be some bodies.
It's bodies.
Like, I don't understand how you niggas just kill somebody and then don't know where to put the body if you live in the desert.
If you do it correctly, cement shoes for the mere factor that you see they find bodies from the 40s. You're dead by then. You're gone. Like, there's ways to do it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but niggas not thinking that hard. Because a lot of times that should be spur of the moment. Nine times out of 10.
Even if it is spur of the moment, nigga, I know where I'm at.
But
I can go.
But if it's spur of the moment,
what the camera's going to do?
Already,
they don't see that you killed this man.
That's the thing, though. When it's spur of the moment, you've already taken 5 missteps prior to that moment.
With that,
That's what gets you caught. It's because you was never planning for it to happen. So now you done did 6 or 7 things that you shouldn't have did in that day that got you caught.
Yeah.
That's what really be happening.
Yeah.
So when niggas be planning it out, that's why you can never find these bodies. The ones that niggas can't find, they had that shit planned out.
A to Z.
I know I'm not going to the grocery store. I'm not going to the gas station for shit.
I already got all the supplies
I need at home. I didn't go buy some shit at
on Amazon. Depot. I didn't Google shit.
Right, I didn't Google nothing.
The Google shit.
The Google should be pissing me off.
Digital forensics is so funny because people literally like be forgetting your phones.
It's
Everything
so crazy.
will tell on you.
Bro,
all you gotta do.
Why would you Google
all you gotta do is right before you go do some dumb shit, turn that bitch off and lay it right there on the counter and go. And leave. That's all you gotta
look
do.
it up at the library.
Or if you driving a car that's got
they
GPS.
They gonna see you on camera. They gonna see who logged into the computer. Computers is the worst way to do shit like that, in my opinion.
Yep. Yeah, because they'll catch you. They're gonna catch you. You're gonna delete it, and they're gonna be like, bet. Give me that phone.
Let me give you that phone. All right.
They're gonna plug that bitch in, and they're gonna recapture the shit you just deleted. That's how crazy it is.
I don't understand how they do that shit.
It's crazy. Bro, when I went to the class, they was like, listen.
Is it easy to do?
You could shred your hard drive. And they'll put it back together with an AI. And then they'll extrapolate whatever they can off of that shit. And if they get anything, it's over.
It's really forever nowadays.
I'm telling you, you can really
you gotta blow that bitch up to smithereens.
Fire is literally the best way to get rid of it.
It like melts it
because it'll melt it to where it's unrecognizable. It's you can't
readable. You can't do nothing.
You can't put it together. But bro, you can put that shit in a wood chipper. And they'll go through the trash and they'll put that bitch piece by piece by piece by piece back together. And they'll turn it on enough to where they can pull something from it. And it's over. Just like that. I said, this shit is crazy. It's just how when you shred your mail, there's an AI that'll scan all the pages. Like you don't have to put them together or nothing.
Yeah.
You can keep them in a pile. It'll scan everything in the pile and put it together for you. That's how niggas will get your information. They'll just put that bitch on camera and it'll scan the whole thing and put all the pages that fit together, and it'll start breaking them all down for you so you can see all the information that was shredded up.
Hell no.
I said, damn. Like
the way that the AI shit, I mean, I like the AI shit, some of it, but
it's going to make us null and void.
Yeah.
People don't realize it. And like we have movies and all this stuff, like you're literally creating artificial intelligence that is going to be smarter than us at some point.
The directors and all that shit's going to be obsolete. No more actors. We're going to create. The AI is going to create the people, and then they're going to create the scene, then they're going to create the movie.
Have you guys talked about Sinners since you just talked about movies?
We can. Because Jerry, he just seen it though.
Yeah.
But
I want to go see it again.
We're going to watch it at the house.
You guys have, wait.
I have it at the house, yes.
Oh my goodness.
And it's a good ass copy.
It's a good movie. It's good as far as like the symbolism and all the stuff that they put in there. I like people that are like, oh, it's not a good movie. You guys overhyped it. I'd be like, no, you're dumb.
Yeah,
you're dumb.
And the people that are over religious and is like, this is against Christianity.
Yeah,
I
I
hate that shit,
I
bro.
wanted to take my mom to go see it because, like, she loves Michael Jordan, she loves Ryan Coogler, whatever. And
but
she was like, I feel like I'm gonna leave here
Coogler.
with some extra demons because of the stuff at the church. And I was just like, I
Where
feel
do y'all
like
be
you going
getting
to
this
go
from?
look for stuff, and that's why you
First
gonna leave
off-
with something.
First
Where
off,
did
that
they
don't
be-
make no fucking sense because his dad was like, "Bitch, don't go out there. Stay here and worship Jesus
and yes,
play
and play
for
the
God."
guitar, play
And-
for the church.
And it's like, what makes you think that the same shit might not have happened to him while he was over there? Because his music was going to call the demons anyway.
My thing is, on God,
They were attracted
on God,
to him
he
anyway.
would have stayed in that church. That pastor would have invited Remick into the church.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. What I like about it is the fact that with Remick's character, they talk about the fact that Christianity low-key was forced on a lot of different people.
Yeah.
Because it's
It
not
was.
technically the first, like, religion. And so
No.
with the people that are hard church goers or whatever, it's really hard to get them to see out of that. But, like, if you know anything about the history of it, it wasn't good. They were killing people to make them believe it. And in order for slaves to even be freed, they had to agree to believe in God.
Yep.
So, like, I believe in God, but, like, there is a such thing as deities, and I don't
Yes.
think that the God they
God.
talk about is who we were when we were over there.
'Cause
I
when-
don't.
I hate that shit.
They even say when we were over there, Christianity was already over there. Cool, it was already over there. Were the people you were taking Christians? No?
No.
Okay. So you force it on the people. Those people then, their descendants now, my grandmother and them, ignorant, but love them to death. They were just ignorant, and they got what they got from the slave. This wasn't more than 100 couple years ago.
It wasn't
This is
long
about
at
3-4 generations.
Facts. If you go to any hood, anywhere, go count how many churches are within 1 square mile.
Nigga, where are churches at? On
This is
Madison.
very, very true. But I think the interesting thing about, like, the whole church community and, like, where they put them and stuff like that, you have to think about the fact that the church doesn't do anything
For
the
that community.
And that's where my
that's what it's
issue
for.
lies with it is
Yep.
because they'll ask you for your 10%, but there's no conversation about how to save the other 90.
Yeah.
Like, they want you to give out of your pockets and stuff like that. But, like, people are literally suffering. Economy is literally fucked right now.
Yeah.
You want me to give me your money, but there's no,
Yup.
like, they don't do, like, the food. Like, remember, they used to hand out hella food.
Yep.
Because my mom used to want us to go get food. And I was like, we can afford regular food. Why are you trying to do this? These are the leftovers from the grocery store. No, ma'am. But, like, they used to have, like, hella shit. They don't have hella shit no more.
Mhm.
And I'd be like, then you wonder why, like, you don't have the numbers.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything for the people, but being like, well, believe in God and you'll
Yeah.
get it.
You'll
Just
get
come
it.
in here and give me
Come
your
in here
money.
and praise
That's not how
God.
that works.
Yeah.
But
Like, I have to believe in the, like, for the church, for them to want me to come and give my money and shit like that, I have to see actual change throughout
Yeah.
the community
Like, show me
around
something.
you. You know
Show
what I'm
me
saying?
something
But
that
it has
you
to
can
come
do.
from you. It can't just
Facts.
be, all right, we're going to go have this church
'Cause if
picnic.
you're-
And now you stressing my
if-
dad out for 3 weeks.
If you're God's,
That's what it be?
like, if
Yeah.
you're supposed to be what is the representation of him, and you're supposed to be out here spreading it, why the fuck does it not feel like you spreading anything?
Oh, are you talking about like pastors and general?
Yeah, pastors.
Yes.
So
and-
I love
and-
this conversation because I just think them be so. Those are God's most crooked car salesmen.
Right.
For the mere factor that there is no way all of y'all just were ordained, like called and anointed for this. I don't feel like it works that way. A lot of people that are in the ministry either see it as a quick money grab.
Yes.
Because of how, like, Jerry Olson, like, you see those, so you see the money that goes behind those big churches or whatever. But then at the same time, like, they be crooked as fuck, and they're not doing, like, the work. They're not evangelizing. They're not going out to these communities and talking to people.
Nope.
All they care about is, where's my chicken at? Like, where's my
Joel
money at?
Osteen flew to church, nigga. He flew there to go do that sermon, and then he flew back to wherever his fucking mega mansion was at.
Yep.
And everybody's like, "Oh my God, we gotta come back here every Thursday for Joel." Like,
That's
y'all
what I
don't
like
see
that.
how dumb
With
y'all
the dark
look.
hair. It's very cult like. It's super cult like. It's so unfortunate.
Well, that's
So-
just religion to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a
nutshell.
nutshell.
Religion
It's just-
and
it's just
spirituality,
a-
yeah.
It's just a fucking cult.
Like, and everybody,
And everybody's buying in on it.
you can't get the two conflated or mixed because, yes, religion has some aspects of spirituality, but spirituality doesn't have to be a religion.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? I could be
I'm
spiritual
spiritual.
all I want, but I don't have to believe in a religion.
Well, so with
Religions
sinners,
have spirits in them.
No, that's true. But with sinners, if you think about it, one thing that I noticed about it, you know how they're telling the story about like where the dude at the crossroads, like I don't know if you've seen those videos or whatever, all over TikTok, where Preacher Boy, essentially what he's based off of is this man in Mississippi that used to suck at playing the guitar. He went to the crossroads. In spiritual realms, crossroads are where like life and death, where you can like meet with spirits essentially. And
He made a bargain with the devil?
It wasn't the devil though, because in history of all time, if you think about it, when white people are not able to understand something or it doesn't make sense to them, what do they usually label it as?
The devil.
They label it as the devil or bad. So it was a deity, and I don't know if you've ever seen American Coven, the horror story.
Of course.
So you know the dude Angela Bassett kept talking to with the dreads or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah. That was the deity that he met with, supposedly. That is who Preacher Boy, who his character is based off of, that is who he talked to make the deal and sold his soul to in order to play or whatever. Because I also saw another TikTok.
Didn't they say that like a real guitarist?
Yeah, it's based off of a real person.
Exactly.
I don't know his name.
Johnny
I have to
Gill?
go look.
Was it Johnny Gill? No.
No, that is an R&B singer. That is who sings My. No. But it is a real person or whatever. And like at the end of the movie when Mary and Stack walk in, he doesn't have a reflection when you look in the mirror.
No. He's a vampire.
He's not a vampire. He sold his soul. You don't have a soul. You don't have a reflection, in my opinion. I don't think he's a vampire. I don't think he's a vampire, but I do think it was wicked that he baptized him 3 times in the water. That shit was spooky as fuck. When Remick was saying the Lord's Prayer, he dumped him 3 times.
Yeah, because he knew the scripture. He knew everything.
Well, then I also heard that people from Ireland before, like all the like St. Patrick's Day and stuff like that. I heard that their descendants are supposedly black. I don't know how much of that is true. I'd have to
that's what they say about the Italians. They say the Moors were black.
Racist. Well, no, Moors were black. I can agree with that. But like Italians, like from Italy,
that's where the Moors were.
They were black people living amongst whites, essentially. Then is that what you're saying?
Italians say that they are descendants of the Moors.
Well, then they would be descendants of black people because Moors are black people.
So that's where Italians be saying that they're black.
Well, then, I mean, maybe everybody's a descendant of a black person.
We kind of all are. Everybody's origin for some percentage ends up back in Africa at some point. Like anybody who does a test, you're gonna have some. Yeah,
I just can't.
Yeah, but
I'm terrified. No,
South Sudan.
I already did it. So
you feel like they're telling you the truth?
They're telling me the truth?
Yeah.
What they tell you?
I think so.
What?
My shit said I was 70% Nigerian, and then 30% scattered around Europe, which sounds about right.
I'd be nervous. I don't want them to do something with my DNA.
Now, what they do with it, I don't know.
They already did it. You been to a hospital before?
Oh yeah,
they got it.
They got that.
They
shit.
got you,
It's
baby.
over.
You was born. They got you. Baby.
You was
they
born.
Got you.
They got you. Yeah, umbilical cord was somewhere.
Yeah. They be saying they throw that shit away. No, they got the cloning room in the back.
I do agree with that. That's why they want the whole placenta and stuff. Like
they say that's the richest nutrients or whatever.
Yeah, but it's unfortunate because like you really have to meticulously like plan and talk to your doctor beforehand. Like I feel like they should have a conversation with you about if you want it or not.
I fucked up and we kept it and we had it in the freezer and did nothing with it.
You should have made it into pills.
That's what. Yeah.
Should have made it into pills. If I ever have another kid, like I can't have my kids naturally. I have to have a C-section. But like if I have
take
another
that motherfucker
kid,
out.
Yeah, like because I don't. One, you're charging me for taking something that's mine away from me. Anyways, that's fucking.
It came
insane.
out of my body, dog. I made that.
Yeah, just been growing it over here all by myself without your help, and you.
All right, that'll be $30.
You calling dibs for stem cells? Okay.
And then they finna go take that shit and give it straight to the highest bidder.
Oh God.
It's gonna be a Kim Kardashian in a room going, give me that one, please.
All with that black baby.
Yeah, all of it. Mm-hmm.
And speaking of black babies, did you guys talk about Shannon's shirt?
A little bit. How do you feel about his? Because in the same vein, we got Bill Belichick this week. His girl won't even tell us how they fucking met.
Is that the white guy?
The Patriots coach, the old Patriots coach.
Bill Belichick. You talking sports with?
No, we're not talking sports. We're talking.
That's who Tom Brady plays for, right?
He used to play for, yeah.
Okay, so that's the coach because this is gonna make.
Robert Kraft was the owner who was getting the massages.
Hernandez is the old coach. That okay,
yeah,
okay,
all of that.
That's
all the scandals coming out of the Patriots.
Aaron Hernandez makes me so sad. That story makes me so fucking sad.
But when you talk about when any of them football niggas talk about Aaron Hernandez, they were just like, bro, I was so scared of that nigga. He was going like he was a monster on and off the field. Niggas didn't know he was a monster off the field, but niggas be like,
Yeah, I just don't want to
he
fuck
cussed
with
my
that
ass out, I cussed him out, but he was really killing niggas.
Yeah.
Hey,
Off-
I'll
off
just
the
say
field.
that his daughter's mom is a solid ass bitch because she held him down. His whole entire family disappeared when he went back to that second fucking round of court.
Yeah, because they know he
Yeah, 'cause
did
they
that
know-
shit. Because
they-
he
yeah,
killed the
once they figured it
homie.
out-
How you gonna kill the
Even-
homie?
Yeah, once they figured that shit out.
What the
yeah.
fuck? I'm not holding you
The
down.
backstory with that is supposedly his uncle was like molesting him and stuff like that. And
Girl, what that got to do with the homie?
I do feel like that kind of stuff like really plays on people's minds. And I also feel like
Well,
because he was
CTE
in
too, so.
that
Yeah.
too, and then I just feel like football in itself is fucked up because the whole situation even with like LSU.
Mm-hmm.
What happened with LSU?
What's his name? I don't know his name.
Oh, my man's that killed himself?
Killed himself. Shit, some more shit with LSU?
What?
There's this player, I think his name is Rob Banks Jr. or whatever. And so he plays for LSU. He was like the captain or some shit. And he had symptoms of like, he was like throwing up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they labeled it as vertigo. They didn't reach out to his
I know what you're
parents
talking
into like I think they said 39 weeks. I'd have to watch TikTok, but it was a really long time ago. He had a fucking brain tumor.
Yeah,
they didn't
they
call
had to
his
remove
parents until afterwards. LSU
Afterwards, what?
and
After
until
the
let him
surgery?
know like he
Oh,
was
after-
going
yeah,
into
surgery.
surgery. He was paralyzed. He cannot like he's fucked, and
Yeah.
it's so sad
And
because he definitely
was
would
a
have
monster.
he would have went to the draft. So now like his speech is fucked up.
If they would have caught it sooner, he would have been okay.
Not you don't even
Well, he
know
had a
that
br-
necessarily.
He had a brain tumor.
Yeah, he had a
didn't have
brain tumor.
CTE.
It was a
He had
big,
brain
really
tumor.
big. It was a big
Yeah.
brain tumor.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you catch those tumors kind of quick,
well,
you
yeah,
can
because
stop
they just
it.
labeled it as vertigo, and
Yeah.
then just was like whatever. But it continued, and I just
So he just keep getting
I
hit
mean,
with this tumor, and it just
With
keeps growing
those,
and growing.
I mean, with those type of things though, it's like you're
should've said
never
something.
thinking that it's gonna be a brain tumor. Like that's like the furthest.
Yeah, I
thing
got a
from your-
headache.
Yeah,
And,
it's.
but
when you're
as
you
playing
could have
those
still
sports-
sent them to the. I
Of
feel
course,
like they're
of course.
investments. Like
As a
that's
football
the only thing I
player.
hate about like collegiate athletes and sports in general is that it is so close to like slavery in the sense of like these big black males or these big black like people of color that they're using for the money aspect of it to push their own like marketing of their businesses and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't really give a fuck about them. They do not give a flying fuck about them in the long run scheme of it. Because you couldn't have called me weeks later and told me my son was in surgery for a brain tumor and we've been cool. They need to run them all that money.
Well,
he is in a wheelchair now.
That's the only thing though. Is one, they can't do that because that's his obligation. He's a grown man at that point. He's in college, so they literally can't do that. It's HIPAA. And two,
Not to tell him that, but they could have told him that, like, you know,
there's
it
something
was-
going on
it
with
was-
your son. We would like you to
Yeah.
come down to
but
the school,
that
please.
was up to
no,
him.
but if he was calling home and telling him he was sick, and also if he's the captain, I feel like there's certain pressures that are put on these boys that, like, because you're not grown, in my opinion, at 18, 19, 20. You're just not. Those are not grown-ass men.
No,
Your frontal lobe's not developed.
But at the same time, I personally can't blame a school for not calling me when my own child, for some odd reason,
He's paralyzed.
didn't call me
He's paralyzed.
after the surgery. But
I don't
why
know
didn't
how-
you?
we don't know how
You
bad
have
it
a
got
fucking
from
brain
her.
tumor. You found that out. Why the fuck didn't you call me? That should be the real question. Why didn't you call me? What
I
between
think he
us?
went into emergency surgery. I don't think he had
Off
beef
the
with
rip?
Yeah, I think he went into emergency
you don't
surgery.
you
and
don't
they
get
did that.
emergency brain tumor surgery. That don't happen. It
They
takes
had to do a
planning.
CAT scan.
It takes-
They had to do
it
a
No,
bunch
takes-
of
I'm
shit.
saying they did that stuff, but he went into surgery once they found that out. I think once he found out is when his parents found out. The school didn't send him away to doctors to get anything checked on. He kept complaining, but nothing
Mm-hmm.
progressed or got better. They kept saying it was vertigo. My issue with it is that, like I said,
There's too
I
many.
just think that it could have been handled better, even in the sense of like him being a grown ass man, because you're trusting these people to have your best interests at heart because your parents are gone. It's fucked up, but like you're supposed to be in a community of them.
But are we really trusting them to have this best interest?
Them players go. They
Yeah.
put them players
I'm
to
not-
be active
Yeah.
with their family.
When
to go
when
take
you
care
send
of
your
you.
kid off to
When I
college
send
and
my
they're
son-
playing in sports,
When
I am sending them off in your hands, trusting
agree with
you
that.
to take care of my
Why?
kid while they're playing sports for you. Are you fucking crazy?
You're sending your kid off with the intention that a multi-million-dollar corporation
Is gonna take care of-
which is what a college
that's
is.
what they be
A college
saying
is a
they're going to
multi-million-dollar business.
It doesn't matter. What did you tell me you were going to do
Yeah,
when
they
you came
say
and
these
recruited
people
my
say they
son?
can do
You said you were
that.
going to
And you
keep him
believe
safe.
that?
Why the fuck wouldn't I believe that? You did this with everybody else.
All of the history tells you otherwise.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
When these kids go to school, it's not every week we're hearing, oh my God, these crazy things are... Week. Exactly, because they're taking care of the fucking kids.
No, they're not. If you ask any of those older athletes that before now, the NILs and shit, they can take care of themselves. But before that, all of you heard was struggle. Yes. They was struggling the whole time.
But we talking about right now.
Yeah, that is why Coach Prime went.
I'm just saying, like, it's not that these things aren't known. It's known.
Right.
It's just a choice of people saying, you know what? You're a college athlete. That's what it comes with. When really it shouldn't be that. It should have never been. Oh, that's what it comes with. People should have been there. Hey, man, that's for a lot of years. Kids have been complaining. Kids have been fucking overdosing. People been getting fucked up. They're getting injured in college and being left with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit's been happening.
Right. But what I'm saying is when the initial recruitment of my kid to the school, I'm talking to the coach. Coach, you're telling me that you're going to take care of my son. All I can go off of is your fucking word, bro. At this moment right now,
think about that.
You can do all the bullshit when you're gone, but all I'm
rapport with you too. Like it's not like it's a just one and done conversation.
But think about that. They're trying to get you to sell them your child, essentially.
Oh, I can see what you're saying.
So of course they're going to feed it. Hey, so like, listen, they want you to feel secure about it because, of course, without your blessing, 9 times out of 10, their kid ain't going.
Right.
So they're gonna kiss up and they're gonna do those things because that's what they're there to do. That's what a recruiter is for. That's what they get trained to do. You need to go over there and you need to get in, make sure that kid ends up here. And in order to do that, guess where they gotta go? They probably gotta get to you and say, yeah, we gonna come on, man. I'm gonna take care of him. And you really in your mind, you want the success of your child. So, and if you see how excited they are about going, you thinking to yourself, okay, well, you're right. I have to trust you. Because one, I want my kid to be successful, and two, I don't want to be the one to get in the way of that potential success. So you have to do that. You have to put it in their hands, but at the same time, you don't have to be completely mindless about the decision. Now, okay, cool. You know where he's going. You know where she's going. You still need to be there in some aspect, some way, somehow. There needs to be more conversations between you and your child. Like, you need to be like, listen, I know you're going to college, but them people do not have your best interest. They are a corporation. It's a company. All of these schools, that's millions and millions of dollars we talking about. They don't give a fuck about your kid. Because guess what? When he get injured, you're going to the sidelines and there's another kid right behind you to take his place.
I don't disagree with that.
But that's what even if I am hurt and you are going to put me on the sidelines, I still expect care to rehabilitate. Them kids still got to go through rehabilitation and stuff.
But like, you see how they get treated. Your draft stock goes straight down. And then
you hurt, nigga.
You hurt. And once you get hurt, twice, it's really over.
My thing is injuries are different. Injuries are different from having the brain tumor. He didn't get the brain tumor from playing football. But there ain't,
that's true. And there ain't no rehabilitation for that. They're not gonna like, it's not like going to you got a sprained ankle. You know what I'm saying?
You got to rest that.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody who plays football risks some kind of head trauma.
Yeah.
You risk that. And what you're not trying to do is tell a kid, every child or every adult that's out there, all right, all y'all head hurts. We're gonna send you all to the hospital. We're gonna go grab a doctor and he's gonna scan everybody's brain. That's not happening.
I feel like they should do
they should. They have the money.
They should do routine checks. They should be.
They have that stuff.
Putting the money, investing in them like that.
They're not gonna do it because it takes too much money, and they're never going to invest that in people who are expendable to them. It really didn't cost them anything to do it because people don't realize that education should have been free. All the information is out there. All they're doing is collecting it, putting it in an area, and saying, all right, come pay for this. So they're not losing any money by letting you finish out your college degree after you get injured. So they just called you out here and said, okay, whatever we're going to spend on every other student, every other athlete is normal. That's a normal amount. We're going to recoup that anyway. So they're not losing anything by losing you. So they're really not going to go out there and look to be your savior, your guardian. That's not what they're going to do. It's not happening. They're going to say, well, you're a grown man. Why didn't you go get it checked out? Why didn't you protest? That's what they're going to say every time. And there's nothing you can say to it. There's nothing you can say to that. Why didn't you protect your own health more than we did? Why didn't you care about your own health more than we did?
Yeah.
That's all they're going to say to that. So, I don't know. I really want for it to not be like that. I would rather have people in positions who say, you know what, we need to figure out how to get these things moving. But there's too many people up in places that we'll just never let it happen.
Yeah, they don't care.
You know what I'm saying? Until we really get people in the right places at the right times, we're with the right mindset, we ain't never gonna change nothing.
How do we get here from sinners?
I don't know.
Did you finish all your points on that? So you just really enjoyed the movie?
Yeah.
You gonna go see it again?
I want to go see it again. I definitely. It was a little spicy. It was a little spicier than what I was.
Yeah,
anticipating.
you like Mary spitting in his mouth, huh?
Nah, that was nasty. That was a bit much because the fact that she was like, "You want some?" I was just like,
see, but he didn't hear about the drooling.
Yeah.
So that was like, damn,
that was some new age freaky shit.
That was the newest shit he ever seen.
They were nasty to begin with because when she saw him at the train station and she pressed him and she was like, "Yeah,
you stuck your tongue in my coos.
Yeah, she was
my coos is crazy.
You can rob banks, but you can't come get this pussy." I was just
that
like,
that was an elite level of horny at that.
Dog. She was coming out with some new shit for the time.
Facts. She was like,
no, because when old girl said your body didn't forget me too, it was hot to begin with.
Hers was a little bit more intimate and
I didn't like
sensual.
That shit was that shit was nasty. Everything about it was nasty. She was like, I done walked to 5 miles to get here.
Sam?
He said,
Sam a nasty nigga. He the nastiest nigga.
That nigga was.
He said, it's okay, baby. I just want to taste you.
He was the epitome of a
thirsty simping ass nigga.
Niggas that like to fuck on their girls and eat their girls out after they've gone in the gym.
Yeah, them niggas nasty.
That's just they like that funk.
Them niggas are nasty. Have you ever smelled like coochie after the hard work? Hard working coochie? She said she had walked 40 miles to get to that juke joint.
Yeah. 40 miles is
and he gonna taste all 40 of them miles.
You gonna taste that. Taste this.
Every step. He was like, I'm finna go right after this, bro, I'm finna go out there and sing my ass off.
See, I'm one of them niggas thinking about certain things makes my stomach hurt and I will throw up. That's why I be tripping on certain people kids. Certain people kids be making throw up noises.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not bad about vomit. It's really,
that shit. I be
really
about to throw up myself.
Doo. Oh my god, that'll make me throw up. Just being walking into a room after somebody done did some shit. Oh. And it just smells like the worst shit you've ever fucking smelled.
And I know she was, because she was sweating in the juke joint. They just got done dancing. So you done walked, you done sang, you done danced.
Yeah, and he's
your pussy hot.
I'm trying to taste all of that. And
right
it's
off
like,
the bone.
damn. And
that
back then,
said, I'ma clean it up. He said, I'm going to clean you up.
And
bro.
back then, hygiene was different.
Disgusting. There was no hygiene.
Now, I don't know about that.
It was just called gene.
I want to say that the reason why humans are getting stinkier is because of the things that we ingest. I feel like for sure
that shit be coming through their pores.
It may not have been as bad because they were still eating a lot more fresh than we do.
This is true.
To this day. So
I still don't know.
That's why
that
niggas
Mississippi
gotta have
sun,
aluminum in their fucking deodorant.
That Mississippi sun, bro. And you know she wasn't shaved. You know she wasn't shaved.
You're disgusting.
So that hair accumulation along with the stank and the...
Wait, hold on. Wait. She was a proper black woman now. She was...
Nah,
hold on.
What is a proper black woman?
For that day and age, she was clean.
The hedges, but I don't think it was...
She was a very clean, well-kept black woman.
That doesn't matter. Having a bush was normal in the 30s.
She might have been. We don't know.
Having a bush was. I don't think she was bald.
Now, old girl, that
Mary
with the motherfucking bag.
Voodoo?
Her shit was a book. I'm talking about. I know her shit was bullshit.
Wow. Well, But yeah, she
What?
voodoo. That's
Voodoo.
That's voodoo. Right
Man,
there.
come eat this motherfucking box. This motherfucking. I done put all of the safety precautions into this bitch. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucking juju bag.
Yeah, it's in there.
Yeah, it's in there. Come get it, nigga. Come get it,
Come
nigga.
get it.
Where you think it's steeped? It's steeped right in there,
Look,
in them
this is
juices.
Throw up, baby, right
in
here.
them juices, nigga.
Hello.
Hey, that shit saved his life at the end of the movie, for real.
About to be home.
He was about to get bit the fuck up, and that juju bag.
Yeah,
He was like, I can't even
I'ma be
bite
there
you.
in like 20
Yeah,
minutes.
no.
Every nigga should have had that in there. I'm not gonna lie. Every nigga should have had a juju bag.
The only thing I don't like was the last scene when she was like, when he was dying or whatever, and he looked over and she was there, and then she made him put the cigarette out or whatever. But that does mean that Stack saw him die. Stack had to have saw his brother die. I feel like it's his brother. Where do you think he went? You think he
Where
made
was
it out?
Stack at?
They ran off.
They ran. They gone.
No, she ran off. You didn't see him run off.
And his brother died in daylight. So
No,
he definitely-
Stack was still alive.
Are you talking about? Wait, hold on. Is this before or after the?
No, this is
wait.
after. This is at the end. I think
Stack
that
and Mary
was-
were the two that survived at the end.
I know
Smoke
that.
is dead.
I know that. What I'm saying is I think Stack was still in the thing, like when
He was
everything
inside
happened.
the.
Yeah,
No.
he was.
They
You
ran-
think?
When-
there was a
when the fuck
scene.
did he-
There was a scene of them two when everybody was getting fucked up.
Oh,
they
they bolted
did.
out.
They did,
Okay.
yeah.
They bolted, and then when he died in daylight, killing all them white people.
Yep.
So it
That
was
was
for
fun
sure. Not. He
too.
was
Watching that.
Facts.
I like
That was.
He was
that
like, I gotta go.
I didn't expect that because. Well, yeah, didn't he serve in like the military or something like that?
Yeah.
I think I remember that. Okay, so like
That's why
to
he
see
was
that,
nice.
yeah, that whole entire scene, he killed
That's why
them.
he was nice.
He lit them the fuck up.
They was like,
Well, deservedly too.
Where's that nigga?
Yeah, because he
And
wanted. They were definitely like parallels. One of them was okay with like fitting into like the white people. We're just gonna do what we do and it's okay.
Stack.
And then I think that Smoke on the other hand was like, no, I work hard for my shit. Like I deserve to have this. Like you're not gonna discount me. And I think that's true even now today with like how we are as a people in general.
There's some who just want to Shannon Sharpen and get with them white women.
Hey.
And then there's-
Black men
And
are
you
their
see
own
how it ended
demise.
too.
And you see how it ended.
And
See,
that was a white woman who was well into their family. They
Yep.
invited her in.
Infiltration.
Already. She was already.
And it was
in there.
it was infiltration by
fucked everybody up.
by proxy because it wasn't her fault
She
necessarily,
gave him a chance.
but
when
yes,
niggas
going outside,
No.
there was no reason for you to go outside.
Right.
There was no reason for you to try to get that money. Smoke just told you we
Oh,
good.
no, you're talking about Mary when she went outside.
Yeah.
Yes.
What Mary did and what a good example of what Mary is Mary is a passing woman.
Right.
Essentially, she's still biracial. I'll give her that.
Where?
But what she thought...
It's
In the
okay,
movie?
You have to understand that...
Was she biracial in the movie?
Yeah, no, she's biracial in real life.
She's
So
biracial
she
in real
says
life.
it...
She is
so
not.
Hold on.
Let me finish.
She's not black passing. She's
Yeah.
white passing.
She's white
She's not
passing.
biracial. Have
No,
you seen her
yes,
parents?
She is
Can you
biracial.
let me finish?
Her grandmother
Her grandfather, and I don't...
is half.
But you don't get to discount somebody because they
She's
have...
still
it's a drop
biracial,
of
bro.
black blood. That is the rule, unfortunately.
No, it's not.
That
It
is
is.
the rule.
No, the rule is you have to have a black parent,
No,
not
it's
your
not.
grandparent.
No, it's
No, it's
Yes, it
not.
is.
That's how it is.
That's not...
Do
and
you
I
know?
don't
Do you know?
understand-
Yes, the
every
fuck it
Do you know
is.
every light skinned girl's fucking?
No, their parents.
Tree?
No, what it is one of their parents is black. No black
You know
girl
that?
like that black girl that's doing the little dance,
I know who
the
you're
little
talking
line dance.
about.
You know who I'm talking about
Yeah.
on TikTok. But what is she?
She's black and white. She's biracial.
Right. Her father is
You
a
don't-
black man.
No, but you can't discount somebody because they have a biracial grandparent and say, well, you're not biracial.
Yes, you can.
No, they're not because their
Yes, you can.
parent...
Your parent
is a
either has to
product- no,
be
their
black
parent
or
is
white
no, their parent is a product of a biracial
or
parent.
mixed.
No, their parent is mixed because they have a biracial parent. You don't get to cancel that out. That's not how genetics work.
What the? All right, let me just.
That's not how genetics work.
Taylor, listen.
My daughter is a quarter horse. Hold on, so I'll put this in perspective in real life.
What was Nicey?
She was black.
Full black?
I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know how full she was.
My grandmother was half Cherokee, right? Her mother was a full Cherokee woman. Am I half Cherokee?
No, you're a quarter Cherokee.
Listen.
I didn't. That's, you know what's crazy? None of that shit came up in my blood test. No indigenous anything. And I'm like,
So what is this woman?
I don't know.
Like,
No, I'm just
right,
I don't know.
right.
But that's what I'm saying. So my grandmother is half something. She has a baby with a black man. My grandmother now has a baby with a black man. My mother now has a baby with a black man. I am a black man.
I'm not saying that you should say that you're biracial or something like that. That is up to somebody else's that's somebody's personal choice, in my opinion.
But what I'm saying is, how far down does it? Because if her grandfather was half, then her mother is a product of her grandfather, right? Cool. Has a baby with a white man. Has Haley. That's a white fucking baby.
No,
it's
unfortunately. That is not how we have been doing it for the longest time, and we can't just all of a sudden just start saying you niggas aren't black.
Yeah,
that's not happening.
That's weird.
You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna tell some people that they're a part of the community and then excommunicate them and then be like,
I'm not saying this for all light-skinned people.
But that's what I'm
not saying.
But you have to. If you're gonna judge her by that rule, you don't know how deep it runs, or you don't know how much
if you don't have a black parent,
Javari,
you aren't black.
Javari.
Period.
What?
If you for some reason, that's not how genetics work.
That is exactly how it works.
Imagine, because there's people out there, right? That same situation, but they just so happen to get more of the black features. Same situation. Are you going to tell them that they're not black because they got more of the black features genetically passed down to them? That don't make sense. You can't do that. That's why it's a drop effect where it's like,
if you had a black great grandparent,
if it's close enough too, by the way,
and then everybody else is white,
if you're not in double digit percentages,
you're white.
You're pretty much white because everything about you is white. But when you have a just enough, which she has just enough,
having a black grandparent classifies you as a black person.
Okay. It's close enough. That's close enough. 2 generations above you, that's close enough.
Right, a black grandparent. Cool.
If it's 6 generations behind her, okay, that's different.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, but I do
2 generations.
Feel like you have nobody that has like a great grandparent that's black and is using it in conversation. Be like, I'm black too.
Now her kids.
There's another issue going on with that, and you know that. That's not that.
Are gonna be white.
White.
Because she's marrying the
in the
whitest
same way that,
quarterback ever.
Okay, Patrick Mahomes. In the same way that Patrick Mahomes, his family is getting rid of all the blackness and they shit.
God damn it, his dad's such a nigga. It's so hard. It's so hard because his
dad was such a nigga, married a white woman.
But you see how
marries a white woman, and his kids is
Patrick took his mom.
They gonna marry a white woman, and all that black is gone.
They're probably one of my least favorite NFL families. I do not like them at all. I don't like Patrick Mahomes.
He's just weird.
Fucked up. They named that nigga Patrick. That's all it took. He was already light skinned enough. They said, bet, and we're going to name you Patrick, nigga. So you really finna fit in with all the white people.
But he's not an ally of a black person. That's why I hate the fact that we have to bring up the fact that his dad is black, because I do feel like that kids
and his dad's a nigga. Yeah, like a Hennessy drinking, black and mild smoking nigga.
Damn. And it's like, they made sure that he got absolutely minimum from him. They said, bet, we need to keep you as far away from your dad as possible.
His dad played ball, though.
It don't matter.
I'm talking about play baseball.
Mentally. Like you.
Oh yeah, we got to keep you
as far away from him mentally as possible.
Supposedly that movie, that football movie, what the fuck? I think it's not Keel. Ryan, you know who I'm talking about. That football movie.
Jordan Peele has
a movie. That's supposedly supposed to be about Patrick Mahomes.
That shit is not going to be about Patrick Mahomes.
Supposedly it's based off of him.
I hope it is.
That shit going to be funny if it is, because I seen the trailer.
Yeah, supposedly it's based off of him from what I heard.
I hope so. Please. That sounds like some good fucking
good watch. Yeah.
But the point about why Mary went outside is because she's biracial. She felt like she could assimilate. She felt like I can go outside, and because I'm white passing enough, and I'm not even told, like, I technically shouldn't be up in here, I'm going to go show them that, like, I can play both sides. And she got burned in the end trying to play both sides. Right. Usually, unfortunately, what I hear with most people that are biracial, they feel like, in general, society makes them have to make a choice. And that played out in the movie. She got to be with Stack in the end, but...
I'm sorry, but you do have
to. Ass inside, and none of this would have fucking happened.
You do have to make a choice at the end of the day.
I don't necessarily agree with that per se, because I feel like you can be an ally to your black side and support your black side and hold white people accountable.
When you start holding them accountable, guess what they do? alienate you and put you on the other
They
side.
burn you. But that's what. But I think
So
that
you
was,
have
but
to
I
choose
think
a
that was
side.
the lesson though in the whole thing was that okay, you see how we accepted you.
Yeah.
You still went out there, played both sides, got burnt, and then burnt us in the process.
Yeah, she shouldn't have took her ass
So
outside.
that's really what it was.
But at the end of the day, she had no choice. After she had got burnt, she had no control over what she was doing.
Yeah. So, but exactly, and that's the thing. People, a lot of times, you don't know what you're bringing back with you. Sometimes you'll unknowingly bring back that shit with you. You be like, "Oh, I'm good. Like, yeah, everything's fine."
Yeah.
But no, now they know about you and they know about everybody else around you, and now all of a sudden everybody else around you is being affected because the white people know.
They knew what was in there. They wanted what was in there after they saw
Facts.
her.
They was like, "Nigga, we're not even here for the rest of y'all."
They said,
Bring
how the
me
fuck?
that
Yeah.
nigga right
Yeah, I
there.
want that one.
Now I'm not gonna lie. In that situation, all
I'ma
them
give him the
niggas
nigga.
was dancing around outside. All right, we got to make some choices.
Preacher
Because
boy.
the Asian bitch is about to get us all killed. So I'm about
Well, no, we got to get rid of her.
I might have killed her, but
I'm getting rid of her
she
off
was
rip.
also one of them ones where it was like, we've known you so
No,
long.
but baby girl, you spazzing out. You're about to crash out, literally.
Right, but when everybody in there is family, it's hard.
That's cool.
It's a hard choice.
I'm one of them niggas who
When
I
everybody
use
in the
logic
room has been,
all of the time.
has been there since you was nobody.
She
I
fucked
see-
over everybody else because I don't think if it was her husband that was inside, he would have sold them out. But I also I think if you think about the Asian community in comparison to like the black community, there are fair skinned Asians, there are dark skinned Asians. She worked on the white side of town. He worked on the black side of town. She was cool with them.
No, I thought they worked in the same.
No, they worked in two different shops. Her shop, the
was
grocery
across the
store,
street.
was across the street,
that's
and
right,
that
that's
was
right.
a white shop, essentially. Bo's shop was a black shop, and he was darker. So, yeah, they were playing with her family, but she said, fuck all you niggas. I'm gonna fuck everybody over.
And that was crazy, too, because it's like, what
He was
did
like,
you could have literally went out there by yourself and tried to do that.
The fact that she invited them in was wild,
Yeah.
and I also don't know why she didn't think that he was already long fucking gone. He was long fucking gone. He was long fucking turned.
it's because when she said, "Well, listen, we finna go down to the town and we finna get your daughter anyway," and she was like, "Fuck, like not
You're
my
not
daughter."
gonna kill
And she
her.
started
You're
crashing.
gonna be vampires, so you can either go outside and be a vampire with your family, but leave the rest of us alone.
She said, fuck it, I'm burning myself up.
Facts. But they wasn't gonna be like if the head vampire was still alive, they would have never had autonomy. He would have had control of all of them like a fucking mother bee, like a mother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Until he died, everybody else was tweaking the whole time. So once he died, then the other two got their own. It was like, all right,
They got their life back.
Yeah, they was like, all right, good. Okay, we
could be normal.
We can dip, and we can go be regular people and wear chains and be in
society.
Be in the 90s, chilling and walking the bars and shit and do whatever fuck. But if Rem didn't die, them niggas would have been robots and everybody would have been
dead.
Yeah.
I was just having an issue with the fact that every time somebody was like, "You gonna let me inside?" then nobody was like, "Why do you keep asking that way?"
Like,
they did. I mean,
they did.
Yeah.
I mean,
when Cornbread came back,
but
they was like, "Nigga, what?
He was able to
Yo,
get
big
inside,
ass, get your big ass in here then." You never asked before? Listen, but you just gotta say.
You gotta be polite.
Like, why y'all gotta...
Once he started doing that, I was like, all right, I'm closing the door.
Yeah, nigga.
Like, this is over. We're not having this
Just
conversation.
give me my money, man. Just give me my money. She said, please. She said, be careful. His ass. But his ass. Boom. That was probably the hardest thing of the whole thing. 'Cause after that, shit just started getting stupid.
It was a good movie.
That was
God,
really
such a
good
good
movie.
movie. And I feel like everybody else who hating on it, just how you said earlier, you really just didn't want to think.
They lost the plot.
You didn't think at all. You're so worried about, it wasn't this action wise.
I don't get why they wanted it to be scary though.
Yeah,
I think some people wanted to
it's a
really
thriller.
be scared. It had
I think because they put the words horror.
Yeah.
They put horror on it, so you
it.
put an expectation of, I'm gonna be this scared.
Yeah.
You know, like even bring it.
They need to start just calling shit like that thrillers, because that's what it really is.
That was a thriller.
It's a thriller.
Yeah.
It's a thriller. Niggas got you on your toes like this the whole fucking time.
Because of the monster element, that makes it a horror.
I hate
instead
that.
of a thriller.
Yeah.
Horror needs to be some shit that make your skin crawl. That shit didn't make my skin crawl.
No, not once.
It was just
It was
just ironic, and it had a lot of lessons in there, buried in there. But they was in there.
I like my movies with lessons. And I think people who didn't like this movie sided with Drake in the Kendrick Lamar beef.
Why is
Definitely. What? That correlates.
you know it's been a year since Not Like Us?
Yep.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
And that shit's still going crazy. And I'm going to the motherfucking the tour.
I feel like
GNX.
that. I feel like that beef was just so unnecessary. That was such an unnecessary.
No,
beef.
it was necessary.
It brought up. Now some shit came out of it. It was fire. It was fire. Nobody listening to the Drake shit, but everybody listening to the Kendrick shit.
I listen to Nokia.
That's one song.
No,
you listen to Luther.
I listen to Brian
you listen to
Still.
TV Off, and you listen to Not Like Us. That's 3.
And
you probably listen to the rest of
I
GNX.
definitely love. I'm
talking about the
GNX,
disses.
like all straight through. But I also think that in comparison, because like I said when you brought this up, there's some albums that I've skipped in Kendrick because it just didn't click with me. Now I will say that like I'm one of those people. I'm gonna give you about 3 songs. And after the first 3 or 4 songs, if it's not gelling, I'm probably going to move on to something else.
Like, I can see you not listening
I like to listen to certain stuff. Like, I'm a straight through. I like that whole entire thing of, like, going through the album.
I can see you not listening to, like, A Pimp a Butterfly or something.
No. The one
Untitled,
with
You Cannot.
The one with Element on it. And
So Damn and Good Kid, Mad City.
Mm-hmm. And then, like, I like his,
Section 80.
Yeah, I like that. And I like his stuff
Overly
I like Black
Dedicated.
Hippie, because I like Ab-Soul. So, like, I like his stuff with
love
Ab-Soul.
Ab-Soul.
Yeah.
He's
like, I'd die if him and Ab-Soul, like, I love Ab-Soul. So, like,
I want
if
him
he
and
did something with
Ab-Soul to
Ab-Soul,
make
that'd be dope.
He might put him out on the tour.
As long as SZA don't bust her ass. Her backup dancers need to make sure she don't fall.
She bust her ass? She fell?
Yeah, she fell, and it was like,
Forward
I
or backwards?
Played it all. She, like, he caught her or whatever,
Oh, okay.
but, like, she's dancing or whatever.
She need to stop dancing.
I agree with
That's
you.
what she need to do.
But I don't feel
She's
like
probably
she's
up there
a
drunk.
big
The last time I saw
stadium
SZA live,
type of, like,
she
artist.
was doing
The most?
fucking much
I
and
believe
not
it.
enough singing.
I wish she would just stand there and sing. I agree
I
with
said
that.
if I have to hear the background track,
They feel like she has to be in it. You look at Beyonce.
But she's not that kind of artist at
I know.
all.
Beyonce is making shit where you're, you know what I'm saying? She like you want
Yeah, you
Beyonce
gotta move.
shit make
She's
you
making
want.
shit make you want to move.
I have
SZA
not
shit,
listened to
low-key.
SZA shit and wanted to go.
Bust a
You know what I'm saying?
move.
Who the fuck is busting a move to snooze? You crying? You sitting down and you like you
Yeah.
not. You know what I'm saying? You not to the left.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not doing that
Yeah,
shit.
Beyonce could
SZA
definitely
is not
sing,
getting
dance
you
all
up
her shit.
off the couch. She's actually you're on the couch,
Even
blanket,
more.
motherfucking. This nigga fucked me over, like you
She's
know what I'm
got some
saying.
dancing, so that'll be interesting because I also feel like with dancing and performing, you have to have breathing control. Like there's a lot that goes
Yeah.
into dancing and singing
And
at the
SZA
same
and
time.
SZA
and
body.
and
SZA
she's
body
a
not even
thicker,
hers.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's just
She couldn't even go to the gym and get that
right.
right, and she got all the money in the world. But she said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and get cheap." So that's what she need to do. She need to stop trying to do what everybody else do and do what she's capable of.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like the comparisons are just so unnecessary. She's never going to be Beyonce. That's never happening. These people are different people for a reason because they're capable of different shit. Drake will never be Kendrick, and
Yeah.
Kendrick will never be Drake.
Yep.
And
Yep.
they-
Yep.
'cause
And
they-
that's
they-
all I was trying
They're
to
on
tell
two.
you.
They're on two separate sides of hip hop.
That's all I was trying to
They're
tell
two
you.
separate sides, but they're completely different artists. Which is what I
Exactly.
was
That's what
telling
we're
you.
saying. They'll
Right. They're
never
completely
be
different
one
artists
another.
who
I don't feel
appeal-
like we should be comparing them because
Yeah,
they're
they shouldn't.
not relatable.
Realistically, the rap beef was the rap beef
was
should have never been.
necessary because
Kendrick
one
just
person
wanted
was
to
saying,
make sure he let them niggas know I will little pup your ass. Stop. But
yes,
I
but
guess
because
I don't
it
feel
comes
like we need to
when
do
it
that.
when you
We
say
all knew
that you're
about
the
him.
best at this certain thing, not the best pop artist, not the best at making a song. I'm the best rapper.
Yeah.
Why in the world would you
I
think
do
that
feel
you're the
like they're
best
the
when
big
I'm still
three.
alive? I'm still here.
I don't
You're
think
not
he
the
was
best.
thinking of-
Drake-
in the song,
Drake
he said
is
they were
still-
the best three.
No,
Drake is
don't put
still
yourself
the
in the
most
best of nothing.
notarized.
I'm the best. You're not. You're not the best rapper. You're not even
Really
close to
angry.
me. You make good music. You're not the best rapper. And let's be honest,
true.
you don't even write
He's
your
not the
shit,
best
bro.
rapper.
So don't keep claiming this rap shit. You don't do it.
Now that's not
No.
fully true.
I do
either.
think
You
And
don't write all
Kendrick-
of your shit. You can
Kendrick
check
doesn't write
I-
every fucking thing he says. That's
Nigga.
not true. He
Yeah.
also takes from other songs.
taking from other songs and
That's
having a
the
nigga
same
write your
shit.
whole shit and having you'll never have
I'm gonna
what's
agree
the
with you.
shit?
Kendrick Lamar
What's the shit?
fans,
Whether you do it 20%
No.
or 60%, nigga, you're still
You'll
doing
never have a nigga do hear a reference track for a Kendrick song. So a nigga may help me write some bars, but you'll never have a nigga write the whole song, make the song, and then I buy the song and now I re-record the song.
But how do we know that hasn't already happened?
Find the reference track. Find me a reference track. That's all.
Somebody would have to come out with it.
That probably with Kendrick Lamar.
Somebody come out with the reference track.
Just how niggas was like, damn, Caribou, she the new next.
And they found a reference track. Okay, so find the fucking reference track.
I'm not shitting on her because at the end of the day, this happens all across hip hop.
I agree with that.
It does.
Happens all across everywhere because everybody has somebody writing somebody's song.
I agree with that.
So find it.
If you're an artist at that level, I guarantee you're not writing all of your fucking music. It's too many niggas in your ear. That's the whole point of you having an entourage, is so they can sit in the booth with you and. You know what I'm saying? Curate some shit. That's what happens. Kendrick probably has that, but he probably has it in a different way to where you'll never find it. You'll never find it.
Tied up in a contract.
You'll never. You know what I'm saying?
I don't feel like he's stupid enough to
hold on.
I
And think about the niggas that Kendrick has around him.
Right.
You know how many? Are you crazy? If any of them niggas, if Absol's in the booth with you, oh my god,
y'all talking about Kendrick like he's a smart man, right?
That's what I'm saying. Drake didn't curate the same things
Drake
that
is messy.
He didn't curate the shit
in his own little light-skinned way.
And
there's just reasons why Drake shit comes out, right?
The better rapper.
That's not about being. That's politics.
That's not about being.
It does have a lot to do with rapping.
Upbringing and the nigga Drake upbringing was two separate. There's just two separpt upbringings.
What their upbringing got to do with anything?
Because how Kendrick has always moved and how his career grew is completely different from how Drake came into the game. Drake came into the game and Wayne curated his entire image. You know what I'm saying? And then he just became the shit that niggas pushed on him, and now he's the monster that niggas created.
I agree with that
because he at the beginning, you couldn't tell the nigga about shit about Drake.
Yeah,
Drake was hard.
Yeah,
it just became is
hard.
It's just at the level that niggas put him at. He became the shit that niggas pushed on him. They were like, oh, everybody else was saying, nigga, you're the greatest, you're the greatest, you're the greatest. And when enough niggas tell you that, or enough time you hear that enough, you gonna start believing that shit.
I'm not gonna say that. Oh, I was just bowing down to Kendrick. This is what it was, because I'm one of them niggas who was a fan. I'm not saying was. I am a fan of Drake. I listen to the niggas' music. Let's not pretend. It's not. I listen to the niggas' music.
When's the last time you listened to a Drake song?
We almost listened to one last night.
No, we listened to one last night.
We almost listened to one last night.
Oh
shit.
yeah.
Nigga, tell me what's really going on. Everybody knows that shit. Everybody. I don't think you can walk into a room full of niggas and damn near nobody knows at least that.
But that era of music, in my opinion, is a lot more memorable than what we have going on now.
And that's the problem.
One of my favorite Drake songs is Underground Kings.
Oh yeah,
and
facts.
Look What You've Done. So looking at that kind of music and how he used to sound and stuff, when he was the underdog. Once he got up there, I will say, bro, probably got a little bit too comfortable and a little bit too complacent. And it was like, go get me a reference track. I agree with that.
Once he came with 2 back-to-back unskippable albums, he could do no wrong after that. Everything after that was like, all right, nigga, he just pissing gold.
But this is the thing.
Because then after that was what? Because
after Take Care?
After Take Care was what? Nothing was the same. Oh my god,
yeah,
nigga.
Nothing was the same.
Was damn near straight
fire.
So that was 3. That was 3 albums.
What? Nothing was the same.
Because Take Care, Nothing was the same. And what was the one that was over? And
if you read this too late.
And no. No, because it's Miss Me. It was over. There was the shit with
Views was a good album.
God damn, the shit with Swiss Beats was on there. The shit with Trey Songz. The shit with
Fancy.
So Thank Me Later.
Thank Me Later. Thank Me Later. Take Care, and Nothing was the same. But oh my god, what?
What a Time to Be Alive was good, and so was Views. I think where we went downhill might have been. I like Dark Lane demo tapes. I didn't like More Life.
Views was the last.
I love Views.
Album where it was like, okay. Once Views came out, I was like, okay, he could.
More Life.
He's starting to go down.
More Life was the.
It was one of my favorite songs.
Right. There was some hits.
Has good. So
it wasn't a straight through.
Okay, I can give you that. But he has a way of putting other people on there in the sample. It's like giving you like an actual fire.
He'll give you he'll give you an album with one fire song on it, or 2 fire songs.
What are you talking?
Scorpion, Certified Lover Boy.
Give me a second.
Terrible.
More Life only had 3 good songs on it.
Now the Dark Lane demo tapes.
I love Dark Lane.
That shit was fire.
Yeah, no, because Chicago
the
Freestyle.
shit he made with Future went up crazy.
Desire.
Dirty Sprite.
Nah, the collab album he did with Future.
What a Time to Be Alive.
What a Time to Be Alive.
Dash. Yeah, that was.
That shit was fire.
I remember that summer.
So it's like
that was a good one.
It was like so to say that like Drake to me, he's just a product of what niggas built. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole shit was built around him. And he went up like how he was supposed to because he's a talented artist.
He really hasn't had any breaks between all of them.
Kendrick, if Kendrick had the same foundation, who knows where Kendrick would be right now? He'd probably be even bigger than he is right now. If he had that foundation of niggas who are already in the game, already doing everything and curating that image and doing all. But that's not what he wanted.
No,
right?
And low key, he kind of did have that because everybody in TDE came up before him.
And that's why his fan base is the way it is because he grew it himself. Drake's fan base comes off of Wayne's fan base, and so does Nicki's. And that's why she's so fucking big. Ew. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why her music's trash now.
Yeah.
Can we just...
Because after y'all get let go from the leash, y'all don't know what the fuck to do with yourselves.
It's the sitting on live. She's one bitter ass bitch, and that's a lot of the reason why like a lot.
She needs to get off her phone.
With her. Well, one, you have a baby with somebody that's exactly. You have a baby with somebody that's a pedophile.
You fucked your own image.
And then you sit up and you talk crazy, like you beef with Cardi, you beef with like all the young bitches, and they are who are popping. And I'm sorry, Super Bass was when we were riding the bus to school in the morning.
Yeah, we're done. And we're done with that.
I'm sorry.
And I've never been like a Nicki Minaj
we still gonna listen to. We still gonna play that song.
We gonna play it, but
it's just not. It's just your new shit not getting played.
Not at all.
So you're really gonna be living off the crumbs of what you were doing before because you obviously just couldn't take that pride and just swallow it for a second because you for some reason are just so obsessed with being in the limelight and being the number one and being everything. That when somebody else is coming up, you don't know how to take a back seat.
I just don't even
Drake
feel
was like
her
fuck it,
sound
nigga.
Is good.
Black Boy JB?
Sound's not gonna sell.
Take
nowadays.
that.
What?
Take that.
Like nigga was like niggas talking about 6 God Block Boy for the longest for that little stint.
Yeah.
And nobody hears about Block no more.
Not at all.
But you know what? You go talk to Block about Drake. He ain't gonna never say nothing bad about that nigga. He gonna be like, nigga, Drake put me where I am. I got everything I got because of that nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's hella niggas out there who got dropped on a Drake album and now it's crazy. The Weeknd was a nigga who was slept on. He was on Take Care and now look at that nigga. Superstar.
Yeah, nigga.
Superstar. So
I'll pass. I liked his music before.
Yeah.
I don't like his music now.
His new shit?
I hate his new music.
Nah. The old Weeknd?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Once he put on that big face, I was like, I don't know what the fuck he doing. But
when he was doing hardcore drugs.
Yeah.
His face was melting off.
Mm-hmm. I missed that.
Missed that shit.
Fucking
before Selena Gomez broke his heart.
Selena got a track record like I don't even know. She had.
He wanted to give her his whole kidney.
All the biggest.
We're gonna talk about that one on the next one. All the bitches that have these great ass track records, they just be breaking niggas' hearts and fucking.
Shit, Benny Blanco
fucking
got
the game
caught
up.
cheating on Selena.
That nigga's so ugly, boy.
Yeah,
money get you any bitch, boy.
But Benny got his hands in so much music.
The nigga ugly, bro. Are you looking at this nigga?
Yeah, he is. But it don't matter when your pockets is fat. That's how he was talking earlier.
Maybe she needs an ugly when women
the balance.
I went from having a cute ass nigga that played in my face. And now I gotta deal with his bitch on the internet. Like they have.
So now you go to the ugly nigga who's playing in your face.
But that's the dumbest part.
I don't think she thought he was gonna play in her face.
Why not?
He has money. He has more money than her.
This is why the notion of women who get into these positions not willing to look down at the niggas who will literally worship the ground they walk on.
Oh God.
For niggas who are in their same level who literally don't give a fuck about your accolades. They don't
give a fuck up. I don't care that you a CEO of Fortune 500 country, bitch.
I'm a grown
I got money too.
I got money, What else are you going to offer me? I need a woman who's going to be
no,
my
that's how they be
woman.
acting.
But that's just the real conversation because niggas thought Shannon Sharp was looking all kinds of weird because he fucking with that 20-year-old girl. But when Tracy Ellis Ross say it,
I don't think that's okay either because I feel like a portion of I don't think that was okay for her to say. I think that's weird for her to fuck with. There's a level of manipulation to it.
But she got on a platform.
Yeah, and it was cool.
not
It was
getting
a
near
key.
the scrutiny.
But I also feel like you gotta understand how that shit's positioned. She went on that platform, had that conversation with fucking Michelle Obama. So now it strategically isn't gonna look that bad because that's our beloved first lady. Optics are a big thing.
Isn't Michelle Obama and Obama getting a
divorce?
No.
What?
That's just rumor.
Yeah,
no, that's rumor. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure I didn't look too deep into it.
We don't know if it's real or fake.
Yeah, we don't know yet. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
I see her on a podcast. That usually means
something coming.
When people
just because Jada ruined it for everybody
an
else
announcement.
Mean,
Here comes the announcements with these podcasts.
It's just like
they when you see something perfect, going to dinner with her. They're still together.
When you see something perfectly fine, and then all of a sudden one of them ends up on a podcast. Nigga,
maybe she just wanted something to do. Their daughters are grown.
Their daughter's been grown.
No, but they're going out to Dustin Conrad's album release parties. Barack might just be bored.
They bad bitches.
I just think at that point
they are bad bitches.
Fine. At that point though, they're at a point in their life where it's like they're on a certain level of pressure to even stay together. That I don't even think if they weren't together, we would know. I don't think that we would even know.
I don't feel like it's our business. They don't have to kill the fantasy.
Of course not. None of that shit's our business. But you know how much we know about people who ain't got nothing to do with us.
This is very fucking true.
So it's
some conversations that should leave.
Well, we're gonna have more of those coming. Taylor, I want to thank you for showing up. You did great. You're amazing. I love it when we can have these conversations that I feel like flow in and out, in and out, in and out. Did a great job. Thank you. So we guys are gonna see. Well. We will see you guys next time. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets this Saturday, May 10th, Taverna Costera, Vic Smith, Jerry the Black, FCC Band.
Gonna be in there.
Yeah. You know, your boy gonna be hosting. We're gonna be turning it up, man. Fred the Gemini, all that. We're gonna be having a good time. So, till the next one.